and welcome everybody to NBA basketball Friday night. It's been a long time. It's been a while since I've done a Nets game, a basketball game. So I'm actually very excited to be back to do the Brooklyn Nets game tonight, as they will be traveling down to New Orleans to take on the New Orleans Pelicans in a matchup of two of the top teams in the NBA, as the Brooklyn Nets, who had a 12-game winning streak, snapped the other night against the Chicago Bulls, will be traveling down to New Orleans, and they will actually have a completely healthy team going into this game against the New Orleans Pelicans, who just announced a few days ago will be without Brandon Ingram as well as Zion Williamson, as the Nets look to see if they can rebound after a very difficult loss this past Wednesday up against the New Orleans Pelicans. So just very excited about getting this game going tonight. I want to see how this Nets team is going to respond after a very difficult loss that they suffered against the Bulls. The Bulls have been one of those basketball teams that have found ways to defeat their opponents, especially the higher ranked opponents, much like, Boston, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, the Nets. They've beaten one of these top end teams in the Eastern Conference. So I want to see how the Nets can bounce back going into this game tonight against the New Orleans Pelicans. And without Zion Williamson and without Brandon Ingram, the Nets should be able to take care of business, but you never know. You never know. Obviously, the injury news that was updated earlier today, forward TJ Warren, he was questionable for this game tonight. He had a left rib contusion that he suffered against the Bulls a couple of nights ago on Wednesday night in Chicago. He actually is available to play in tonight's game, so TJ Warren is available. So the Nets are pretty much going to have their entire roster ready to go. And for the New Orleans Pelicans, other than that, they had Willie Hernan-Gomez and Larry Nance, who are both questionable for this game tonight for the New Orleans Pelicans. But both of those guys will be available for the game tonight, so it's going to be very interesting to check out tomorrow. Notification on the YouTube is bad. I apologize, man. I'll try to see if I can get that fixed in the coming days to make it a hell of a lot easier. What's going on, Andrew? And thank you, CWE, for that update. We might get better news tomorrow about DeMar saying that he's out of the critical condition. That would be beautiful news to hear. Thank you for letting me know that, Andrew Ford. And thank you so much for coming by the live stream, bro. Appreciate you bringing that updated info for me, too. But either way, this is going to be an interesting game tonight. It really is. I'm really curious to see how the Brooklyn Nets are going to play in this game tonight overall. I really am. This is going to be a much tougher game than many believe, because of the fact that the New Orleans Pelicans are a team that's very scrappy. They're one of the best teams in the NBA. They have one of the best records in the NBA. So the Nets have got to go out there tonight, and they've got to handle their business. They've got to handle their business tonight. The Nets actually are tied now for second overall in the Eastern Conference after their loss against the Bulls and the Bucks pulling off their victory a couple of nights ago. So the Pelicans are now, the Nets and the Bucks are both 25 and 13. They're a game and a half behind the Boston Celtics, who are 27 and 12. And in the Western Conference right now, the New Orleans Pelicans are 24 and 14. They are a game behind the Western Conference leading Denver Nuggets and Memphis Grizzlies, who are both sit at top at 25 and 13 heading into this game. And now they're showing Jacques Vaughn on the screen, and what a hell of a job Jacques Vaughn has done for this team tonight. It's been an absolutely fantastic job. Tonight's 24 hours apparently breathing by himself. I heard about that this morning. Yeah, that's beautiful news to hear about Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin, that he is breathing on his own, and he seems to be making a full recovery now, coming out of the hospital after the unfortunate events that happened this past Monday night on Monday Night Football. And as we all know, just to get off of that real quickly, the Bills and the Bengals game has been deemed a no contest. So that is going to be a no contest. And NFL came out with the ruling just earlier today and late last night that the AFC could experience a neutral site game for the AFC Championship, depending on what happens during the playoffs this week. So we'll have to wait and see. Horn, what's going on? K Horn, thank you so much for coming by the live stream. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming over from Twitch as well. Thank you so much for your support you always bring to the channel. Thank you for the 3 that are coming by. I'm very excited to be able to do a Nets game. It's been a very, Very long time coming. I miss doing the Brooklyn Nets games, so I'm very, very excited to get back here and start doing some Brooklyn Nets basketball. So I can't wait to see what the Nets are going to do tonight. I'm sure the haters will come by. I'm sure the people that are going to be clowning the team are going to come by, but it's all good. I appreciate the love and always appreciate, that kind of stuff because it makes the live streams a hell of a lot more better and a hell of a lot more fun. But either way, I'm curious to see how this Nets team will bounce back tonight. The game is being slated to tip off at 9:45 or 7:45, 9:45, 7:45. So it should be tipping off within the next 5 minutes. Just to go over some of the other NBA games that will be going off tonight around the league. Nets, obviously, this was actually not going to be originally an ESPN game, but they got flexed over to ESPN. A lot of it has to do with how well the Nets have been playing lately, as well as the New Orleans Pelicans. So they flexed this game over to Friday Night Basketball. So this game is over here now. What's going on? And thank you so much for all the soccer updates. I always love when he always brings the soccer updates. Appreciate you coming by the live streams. And so I'm going to tell you all about the games that are going to be happening all over. Portland right now is leading the Indiana Pacers in Indiana by the score of 29-26. Chicago is trailing Philadelphia by the score of 37-27 down in Philadelphia. My good buddy Mitch Kofsky actually went to the game tonight at Wells Fargo, so shout out to Mitch. The Knicks will be taking on the Toronto Raptors in Toronto at 7:30 tonight. The Charlotte Hornets will be going into Milwaukee to take on the Bucks, so the Nets are going to be looking at that game especially. You got the Washington Wizards that will be traveling down to Oklahoma to take on the Thunder. You have the Detroit Pistons that will be traveling down to San Antonio to take on the Spurs, two of the worst teams in the NBA right now. The Los Angeles Clippers will be traveling down to Minnesota to be taking on the Timberwolves at 9 p.m. And another 9 p.m. game, you have the Cleveland Cavaliers that will be traveling down to the top-seeded Denver Nuggets. That will be at 9 p.m. tonight. 10 p.m., you got the Miami Heat, who have been playing a lot better basketball lately. They will be traveling down to the Phoenix to take on the Suns. And you also have the Atlanta Hawks at 10:30 traveling down to the Los Angeles to take on the Lakers. That is the 10:30 matchup tonight. Miami and Phoenix is the 10 o'clock matchup on ESPN tonight. And that is your out-of-town scoreboard for the NBA going into this game tonight. They better win tonight without Zion and especially without Brandon Ingram. Nets have no excuses on why they should not win this basketball game tonight. They have to go out there and they have to handle their business against the team that the Nets should be able to go out there and take care of. We'll have to wait and see how this basketball team does tonight, see how they're going to be able to rebound after their loss against Chicago, which the rebounding was not good. The shooting was not good. They gave up 50% from the field against the Chicago Bulls. The Nets have got to do a better job on the boards. The Nets have got to do a better job shooting the basketball. They've got to do a better job guarding against the three-point shot, and they've got to stop fouling every friggin' second. The Nets foul way too much. They got to get back to team basketball. But like I mentioned before, and also the news that broke earlier today, the Nets have officially guaranteed, I'm sure you guys saw the video earlier on that I posted about an hour or so ago, the Nets have guaranteed the contracts of Yuta Watanabe, Edmund Sumner, and Markieff Morris for the rest of the season. All three of those guys will now be part of the Brooklyn Nets roster for the rest of the season. Yuta Watanabe signed a one-year deal, as well as Markieff Morris, and Edmund Sumner signed a two-year deal in the offseason. All three of those guys have been key players as part of this Brooklyn Nets big rotation for this team, and all three of them now will officially be part of the team for the rest of the season, so we'll have to see. Watanabe, Harris, Royce O'Neal, Warren disappeared. It was a lot of guys that disappeared in that game. Those are four of them. Ben Simmons wasn't good. It was only a few players in that game that really showed up. Durant, Irving, Seth Curry, and Claxton, in my opinion, are the only guys that consistently play well. Everybody else did not have a good game at all. Sumner was not good either. Those are the key guys. You just mentioned it. The Nets play their best basketball when they get a ton of contributions from multiple guys on their team. It's not just Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. It's multiple guys. And it's good to see the job that Kevin Durant is doing right now for this Brooklyn Nets team going into this season. He's been doing an excellent job for this team overall. I love what Kevin Durant is bringing to the table for the Brooklyn Nets, and hopefully they're going to be able to continue it going into the rest of the season as we inch closer and closer to the NBA playoffs, that before you know it, We're going to be at the NBA playoffs, and away we go. And the Nets are going to be on their journey towards an NBA championship. Well, I just have to wait and see what ends up happening with this team as we get closer to April, May, and of course June, and see if this team can finally get over the hump like they were supposed to the past couple of years. It's now year 4 with Kevin Durant and with Kyrie Irving. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. But this is a game, even as good as as New Orleans is, the Nets should be able to go out there and take care of business without Brandon Ingram and without, Zion Williamson, even though they do have a couple of good players, including C.J. McCollum, who's a very good shooter, one of the better shooters in the NBA. He's going to be a guy that you have to look out for, as well as a guy like Trey Murphy coming off the bench, Jackson Hayes. So they do have players on that team. Stop. I don't, not the conspiracy. Please, no conspiracy theory, CWE. He does not owe KD a championship. KD already has a championship. Nets starting lineup, Royce O'Neal, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, and Nicholas Claxton. The normal 5 that usually start for the Brooklyn Nets every single night when they have the healthy squad. And over here for the New Orleans Pelicans, you got C.J. McCollum, Trey Murphy, Herbert Jones, Najee Marshall, and Jonas Valanciunas, the veteran center for the New Orleans Pelicans. That is your starting lineup for both teams heading into this basketball game tonight as 2 of the top teams in the NBA. And here we go. We're just about getting ready for tip-off here. Friday night basketball on ESPN. The Brooklyn Nets and the New Orleans Pelicans, 2 of the top teams in the NBA, squaring off on Friday night basketball. Philly Sports Talk Podcast. What's going up, bro? How you doing? You know what? Let the Nets go out there and get their own damn championship. I don't want any improvement from Adam Silver in the league. I want the Nets to earn their ring, okay? Just about getting ready to start for tip-off. Claxton and Valanciunas are in the middle. They're getting ready for the tip-off. Actually, pretty cool jerseys for New Orleans. Tip is off, and the Nets control the tip. Simmons tosses it out over to Kyrie Irving. Irving dribbles over the front court line. Irving now guarded at the post by Murphy. Irving with the basketball. Looks to the outside, throws it over to O'Neal. O'Neal to Durant. Durant driving to the basket. Mid-range shot, and it's blocked, but there's a foul on the play. Durant is fouled on the jump shot to the outside, and it's going to be a foul on New Orleans. Literally 11 seconds into the game, and New Orleans already commits a foul, and Kevin Durant is going to the line. We finally got our membership program. Congratulations, Philly Sports Talk Podcast. I'm happy to hear that, bro. You earned it. You deserve it. And I love to hear that actually ended up happening for you. Congratulations. Nets are on the board. Kevin Durant sinks his first free throw for the Nets. After that initial foul, literally 11 seconds since the game, Durant sinks his first free throw. Durant is averaging 31.1 points per game, hits the second free throw, and the Nets are off to an early 2-0 lead. New Orleans now has the basketball. You got McCollum dribbling the basketball, hands it over to the outside. Pelicans now passing to the outside. McCollum again, guarded by Simmons. McCollum tries to throw it down low to Valanciunas, just kicked outside, and it's going to still remain Pelicans ball. Kick ball by Ben Simmons. Now Pelicans trying to throw it in. Caught by Valanciunas in the post, guarded by Claxton. Valanciunas driving to the basket, blocked by Claxton. But it looks like there's a foul on the play. Nice block by Claxton, and they're going to just call it out of bounds. Nice job by Nicholas Claxton. Beautiful block, knocking the ball out of the hands of Valanciunas. Pelican pass it in. Valanciunas off-balance shot, missed, rebounded by Durant. Durant out to Simmons. Simmons throws it over and turns the ball over, picked over by New Orleans, and New Orleans dribbles the ball out of bounds, and it's going to be Nets basketball. Little bit of sloppy play as Marshall dribbled it off his hands, and it's going to be Brooklyn Nets basketball. Tim Green, the coach of the New Orleans Pelicans, he's done a hell of a job for that team overall with how that basketball team has been playing lately so far. Nets pass in. Simmons with it. Lobs it down low to Durant. Durant now get it posting up. Jump shot to the outside. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by Claxton. Out to Ben Simmons. Simmons now with the basketball near the point. Simmons driving to the basket. Lays it up. And it's good. Ben Simmons lays up the basketball. And it's in. And the Nets take an early 4-0 lead. Pelicans take the basketball. On the outside, Valanciunas gets it over to McCollum. McCollum guarded by Royce O'Neal on the outside. McCollum driving to the basket. Throws a shot. Blocked on the outside. It was Claxton that got the block. Claxton now driving to the outside. Passes it over to Ben Simmons near the top of the key. Simmons with the basketball. Driving to the basket. Puts it up. Off the front rim and no good. Pelicans get the basketball. 10:20 left to go in the first quarter. Marshall with the basketball. Gets it on the outside of Murphy. Murphy trying to post up to Valanciunas. Gets it back inside of Marshall. Marshall now to Valanciunas. Guarded by Simmons. Simmons now on the post up. Valanciunas tries to throw it up. Puts it up. No good. Stolen by the Nets. No. Pelicans recover. And it looks like we're going to have a jump ball on the play. And we are. Jump ball on the play between Marshall and Claxton on this one. And it's going to be jump ball, Brooklyn and New Orleans. Claxton had the steal, or Durant had the steal on the play, lost contain, and then Claxton and Marshall were right there for the jump ball on the play, including Ben Simmons. Claxton has got 2.5 blocks per game so far in the NBA. That's second in the NBA. Simmons with the basketball on the outside, guard on the outside of the Pelicans, passing it over to Royce O'Neal. O'Neal trying to get over to Durant. O'Neal shoots it, jump shot, no good, in and out. That was Durant, rebounded by the New Orleans Pelicans. Marshall's got it. Marshall now, guarded by Durant. Durant, Marshall driving to the basket, throws it down low, turns it over. Simmons has got the basketball, throws it to the outside, almost stolen away. Nets get it back. Durant's got it. Durant with the basketball near the front court, gets over to Simmons. Simmons to the outside, O'Neal. O'Neal to Irving. Irving near the top of the key. Throws it to the outside. Simmons has got it again. Simmons guarding near the post. Simmons driving to the basket. Throws to the outside. Durant with the three. No good, in and out. Rebounded by the Pelicans. About 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pelicans now at the top of the key. Royce O'Neal guarding the top. You got McCollum throwing to the outside. Down to Murphy. Three-point shot. It's good in the corner pocket for New Orleans. And it's now 4-3 in this game. Nets got it now. You got Kyrie Irving with the basketball at the top. Kyrie Irving driving to the post, under his legs, dribbling the outside, jump shot, fade away, it's good! What a shot by Kyrie Irving! Jump shot, 6-3 Nets, 8:30 to go in the first quarter. Pelicans now with the basketball, near the post, driving to the inside, underneath shot, blocked over on the inside. They're going to call a foul on the play on Nicholas Claxton. Marshall trying to drive to the basket, foul on Claxton. Massive salutes and respects to Big Boss Jeffrey from all of us, almost 200 badass Italian rugby players here in the city of stinky Philadelphia, and we're all ready for the Giants matchup on Sunday at the Link. Slap all them losers. You damn right, Tudo. Thank you so much for coming by the live stream, and go kick some ass over there, bro. Thank you so much for coming by the live stream, and let those Eagles fans know what's up. Marshall at the line. He hits the first free throw shot. Pelicans now cut the lead 6-4 in this game. After the foul on Nicholas Claxton on that last play, after he's trying to get a block shot, Claxton's already got 3 blocks in this first quarter. Marshall with the second foul shot. It's off the front rim, and it should be goal interference, and it is. Goaltending interference on the New Orleans Pelicans. Valanciunas with it, and the Nets will get the basketball in this one. After goal interference, basket interference. O'Neal gets it in the outside now. Passes it to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons over the midcourt line. Simmons now outside to Royce O'Neal. O'Neal to Durant. Durant near the post. Gets it to Irving. Irving, three-point shot. It's no good, in and out. Rebounded by New Orleans. New Orleans with the basketball. Get it to the outside. McCollum bombs it. It's good. C.J. McCollum with a big downtown shot. And it's 7-6. New Orleans takes a 1-point lead. Irving to the basketball outside of Simmons. Simmons in the top of the point. Takes it over to Royce O'Neal. O'Neal trying to get it down low to Durant. Durant with the basketball. Posting up on the inside. Durant now driving to the basket. Fadeaway shot to the outside. No good. Off the side of the rim. Rebounded by New Orleans. New Orleans with the basketball. Near the top of the key. McCollum again. McCollum driving to the basket. McCollum dribbling to the outside. Now driving once again. Throws it. Marshall with the basketball. Marshall drives in. It's going to be a foul on the play. It's actually going to be out of bounds on the Nets. Out of bounds on the Nets on that play. Jones was trying to drive to the basket, and it was out of bounds on Brooklyn. Pelicans get the basketball in, near the outside. O'Neal with the coverage. There's Murphy, throws it out. Marshall, shot, good! Oh my God. 3-point shot. Jones with the 3-point shot. And the Pelicans, after hitting back-to-back 3-point shots, take a 10-6 lead on Brooklyn. Pelicans, Nets now with the basketball. Nets on the outside. Irving with the basketball. Irving driving to the basket. Underneath the slice. Drives to the basket. Throws up the top. No good. Rebounded by New Orleans. Jones with the basketball. Passes to the outside. Trey Murphy with it. Trey Murphy. 3-point shot. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by New Orleans. Passes to the outside. Pelicans reset. McCollum with the basketball at the top of the key. You got Royce O'Neal near the top. Driving to the basket, jump shot on the way, no good, in and out, rebounded by Simmons. Simmons with the basketball, gets over to the outside, 3-point shot, no good, in and out. Pelicans rebound the basketball. There it is. You have Murphy driving to the basket, puts it up and in, and the foul. Murphy drives it into the basket, puts it up and in, and the Pelicans take a 12-6 lead with the foul shot coming, and then we go to timeout. Jacques Vaughn calls a timeout. What's going on, Seabrook? Newspaper Jeffy, what's up, my boy? This is the first live stream with you. Good energy. You got it lit up in here. Appreciate that, bro. Give a shout out to my guys over at the Big Blue Crew. Always love your energy. Always love your comedy. And thank you so much for always supporting my channel and everybody else in the Big Blue Crew. Keep that energy all the time, bro. And make sure you don't let Mac off the hook with the Giants stuff, too. It's always funny. Yeah, it's been a rough start for Brooklyn. Brooklyn's missing some bad open shots right now from the three-point line. Tudo, Seabrook, Nets offense is non-existent. Right now, no, the Nets offense has not been looking good so far. They're breaking too many shots on the offensive end of the court. Too many shots in and out. Nets have got to do a better job shooting the basketball. New Orleans right now is dictating the pace, getting going in this game so far. Pelicans have 8 rebounds compared to 4 from the Nets. So the Nets have got to do a better job getting some better shots on the offensive end with about 6:16 left to go in this game. So the Nets, hey, you know what? Nets have had their opportunities. Nets have had their opportunities. They're just breaking too many shots on the inside. They're breaking way too many shots that are going in and out right now for this team. You got to start hitting these jump shots when they are there because you're getting these right in front of you. And the more you miss, the more it's going to put your team in a bind and in a hole right now. So the Nets have had opportunities. Kyrie Irving had an opportunity. He tried to throw it off the top of the glass. It went in and out. You had a 3-point shot that was just in and out before by Royce O'Neal. Durant had a 3-point shot that was in and out. So, I mean, Irving, Ben Simmons drove to the basket. He missed. The Nets have got to capitalize on these shots. And New Orleans right now is playing more aggressive on the offensive end. I did not think this was going to be an easy basketball game with the Nets. Doesn't matter who was playing in this game, whether it is or without Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. I thought this was going to be a difficult game for Brooklyn either way. And they have got to do a better job getting the goddamn energy up on this team. Not a good start. Not a good start at all. And right now, I'm not liking the hustle of this team either. They got to get it going, and they got to regroup. Good call, good time out there by Jacques Vaughn to try to see if he can get this team together and get them into position to try to see if this offense can start getting going. Passing the basketball to one another, feeding each other, not playing a one-on-one game strictly because that's not going to help your team if you're just going to play solely a one-on-one post-up basketball game. The Nets succeed the best when you're facilitating the ball to one another and getting everybody involved in this offense, not just playing strictly one-on-one basketball. That is not going to get it done. It's not going to get it done. The Nets have got to learn from that. Otherwise, we're going to be in a lot of trouble throughout this basketball game, plain and simple. So I want to see them do a better job. I want to see them do a better job getting everybody involved in this game, period. But we'll wait and see what's going to happen. We'll wait and see what's going to happen between the Nets and the Pelicans. Pelicans are 9-1 in this stretch at home. They're off to a very good start right now at home. Trey Murphy's now at the line. 6:16 to go in the first quarter after he sunk that one shot. 3-point play is good. And the Pelicans take an early 13-6 lead, 6:16 left to go in the first quarter. Ben Simmons with the basketball now. Driving past the midcourt, top of the key, puts it down low over to Claxton. Claxton hands it off to Irving. Irving to the inside. Irving trying to get the basketball over to Royce O'Neal. Puts up a three. It's good. Royce O'Neal hits the three-point shot in the corner, and the Nets cut the lead to 4, 13-9. Pelicans have started the game 0 for 4 from the field. They are now 4 for 6 since. Pelicans at the top of the key. McCollum driving to the basket, guarded by Simmons. McCollum trying to get a shot off. Nets trying to go for the steal. And Claxton tries to steal it, but it's off the Pelicans' leg, and it will be Nets basketball. Good hustle there by Nick Claxton. And there's a Pelican down on the field, and it is Jonas Valanciunas. Good hustle there by Nicholas Claxton, knocking the ball away and getting the ball off of. Actually got lucky on that one. I thought it went off of Claxton, but I guess he was out of bounds already when the ball hit him. Ben Simmons with the basketball now at the top of the key. 5:30 left to go in the first quarter. Simmons throws it over to gets it over to Durant. Durant now trying to drive the basket off his back foot, puts it up, and it's good. Nice shot there by Kevin Durant off to his back foot. Nets cut it to 2. Durant, 4 points, 1 of 2 right now from the field. Driving to the basket, the New Orleans Pelicans puts it up, and it's good. Pelicans take a 3-point lead again. 15-11. Nets with the basketball now. Durant with the top of the key to the corner on the outside. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Nicholas Claxton against Jones. Claxton picks up his second foul. This is what you cannot afford, is Claxton picking up these goddamn fouls early. That's 2 fouls already on Claxton on this play after a screen. He hit home Jones right in the face with a screen. And Claxton now has got 2 fouls. I'm going to have to probably take him off the court. And remember, there's no Day'Ron Sharpe right now on this team. Day'Ron Sharpe is in the G League, so we need to have a backup center, which will probably be Yuta Watanabe, if anything. Claxton's got 2 points, 2 fouls, and 3 blocks in this game so far. Basketball. Valanciunas gives it over to McCollum. McCollum to the outside of Murphy. Murphy, 3-point shot. It's good. Trey Murphy hits a 3-point shot on the outside, and the Pelicans go back up by 7 after the Nets cut it to 2. Simmons with the basketball. Hands it over to Curry. Seth Curry's now in the game for the Nets. Durant with it. Gets it over Curry. Curry trying to drive to the basket. Curry now stops on this play. Trying to get to the outside. Gets it over to T.J. Warren, who came in for Claxton. Warren with the basketball. 3-point shot. No good off the rim. Rebounded by the Nets. Simmons to the outside. Irving with the 3-point shot. And it's good. Kyrie Irving. 3-point shot near the top of the key. Nets cut it to 4. 18-14. Pelicans with the basketball. McCollum's got it at the top. Gets it over to Murphy. Murphy now. 3-point shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by the Nets. Simmons has got it. Simmons out of the top. He gets it to Irving. Irving going to the basket. Irving now driving the basket off his hands, off New Orleans. Nets basketball. 3:54 left to go in the first quarter. After that basketball went off the hands of the Pelicans, and the Nets will remain with this basketball as we continue into the first quarter. Irving with a beautiful corner shot in the middle to cut this lead to 4. Irving has 26.8 points since coming back. Trying to put it up, a shot there by Royce O'Neal. In and out. Pelicans with the basketball. Hayes now comes in for the Pelicans. Gets it over, throws it up. And it's going in the corner pocket. Max Marshall, it's a 3-point shot in the corner. And the Hornets take a 7-point lead. 2-point shots. 2 for 7, and they are 5 for 7 from the 3-point line. Bad pass there by Durant. Trying to get over to Warren. Pelicans with the basketball. Get on the outside. Wide open 3-point shot. It's good. And the Pelicans take a 10-point lead. 24-14. Marshall hits another one. And the Nets are forced to call another timeout. Pelicans are 6 of 8 from the 3-point line early in this game. Bad defense by the Nets, leaving a wide open shooter on the outside, and the Nets are now down by 10. Bad defense. Bad, bad, bad defense by Brooklyn. No excuses. No excuses why you leave a guy wide open on the outside, and now the Nets have to scramble just to get themselves back in order after that very play on the outside. Bad turnover there by Kevin Durant, allowing Marshall to spot up for that shot. It's still early, man. Don't turn off the game. There's still plenty of time. You guys get too crazy with these games sometimes. It's still early. It's only a 10-point game. But the Nets, not a good start. Not a good start. Stop, okay? Don't be dramatic. It's one game, man. Don't jump off. Don't get too negative right now, okay? There's plenty of times where the Nets have been down by 10 or more points, and they've still found ways to come back in these games and pull off victories. I'm not jumping off the ledge. There's still plenty of time. The Nets have just got to do a better job guarding the three-point shot than they have so far in the beginning of this game, because right now their defense is getting lit up by this New Orleans Pelicans three-point shooting. That's the problem. They got to do better in three-point defense. So, I mean, I'm not, if I can't change your mind, bro, sorry. The East is tight, okay. It is tight, but it doesn't matter. There's plenty of games to go. Plenty of games. New Orleans is a good team. New Orleans is a good team with or without Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. They got good depth. Okay. Well, I can understand if they go down by 20. I can get that. I don't blame you. I mean, it's possible that can end up happening. They can go down by 20. Not the way they're playing right now is not good. They got to do a better job playing on defense. That's the problem. Is their defense has not been good in this game so far. They're giving up big shots right now to the Pelicans on the outside, and they're starting to turn the ball over way too much. The Nets are turning the basketball over way too much on the offensive end of the court. They are. They're giving New Orleans way too many shots right now, and they're not doing a good job guarding the three-point shot. The Pelicans are 75% right now from three-point range, 6 of 8, and they're 8 of 15 from the field. Meanwhile, the Nets are only shooting 33% from the three-point line as well as from the field. So the Nets have got to do a better job on the offensive end. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Well, it should be Day'Ron Sharpe. I don't know why Day'Ron Sharpe is not playing. I don't understand why the Nets are not letting Day'Ron Sharpe go out there and get an opportunity to play. I really don't get it. I don't get it. I really just don't understand why the Nets don't give this kid an opportunity full time. They just seem like they give up on him too much. They just don't think his game is completely ready to be able to handle the full-time load for this basketball game going forward. But, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know. We're back here in the basketball game. Nets have the basketball trailing by 10. Yuta Watanabe is now on for the Nets. Over to Claxton. Claxton back in the game. Gets it over to Durant. Durant now to Claxton. Stolen away by the Pelicans. Aguero now gets it to the outside. Three-point shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by the Nets. Durant with it. Durant with the basketball now on the outside. Durant trying to drive to the basket. Durant looking for the open player. Gets it to the outside. Seth Curry. Seth Curry right behind the three-point line. Curry going over by Aguero. Gets it over to Yuta Watanabe. Back to Curry. Curry gets it out to Warren. Warren now. Warren out to Durant. And it's going to be an offensive foul. Unbelievable. Again, another turnover. 4 turnovers by the Nets. 4 turnovers by New Orleans right now. Nets can't get out of their own way right now on this court. That's the problem. They can't get out of their own way. Pelicans with the basketball. Gets it down low. Pelicans now. Driving to the outside. Three-point shot. Corner shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn now. Durant with the basketball. Near the outside. Durant near the three-point line. Durant drives the basket. Slams it home. There's an explanation point by Kevin Durant. And the Nets cut the lead to 8. Durant with the dunk on that play. Pelicans now with the basketball on the outside. Driving to the basket. Quick play, be careful of the foul. Warren gets it after knocking the ball out of the hands of New Orleans. Warren now gets it over to Curry. Curry wants it out of a three-point shot. And it's good! Yuta Watanabe. Watanabe with the three-point shot in the corner. Nets cut it to a 5-point lead. Yuta with the smooth stroke on the outside. Pelicans now with the top basketball at the top of the key. Murphy now trying to drive to the basket. Murphy underneath. Murphy trying to get a shot. Throws it up. It's good. Troy Murphy with the shot underneath the defenders. And he puts the Pelicans back up by seven on the game. Nets now with the basketball. Durant at the top of the key. Pick their play by Warren. Puts up the shot. No good. There's a foul on the play. Durant gets fouled on the outside. Foul on the play by New Orleans. Man, what a play by New Orleans on that last one. I think that was Eduardo that actually got it underneath. Alvarado with the play right underneath the basket to drive it underneath and fool the Nets players on that one. And he was able to put the ball up and in, and the Pelicans are able to drink this lead up back up to 7. Durant's at the line, 6 points on the game, puts his first foul shot up, it's good. Durant hits his first foul shot, and he cuts the lead to 6. Upcoming schedule on Monday on NBA TV, Bulls versus Celtics. On Tuesday, you got the Thunder versus the Heat at 7:30, and the Suns taking on the Warriors at 10 o'clock. That will be on TNT. That is your upcoming schedule for the NBA. Durant getting ready for a second foul shot, 1:08 to go in the first quarter, puts it up, and it's in. And Durant and the Nets cut the lead down to 5. Nets have the basketball now. Pelicans driving to the basket, underneath, puts up the shot. No good, in and out, rebounded by Durant. Durant picks the basketball up, bring it up, rebounded there, gone by Durant. After Warren had it knocked away. Durant now near the top of the key, tries to get it down low to Claxton. Claxton going up to the basket. Claxton throws to the outside. Curry, three-point shot. It's good! Seth Curry, three-point shot, puts the Nets only down by 2. Big shot there by Seth Curry. And there's a basketball off the legs of Curry after knocked the ball out of the hands of the Pelicans. And it's going to be Pelicans ball with 34.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Claxton actually might have gotten away with a charge on that one. Pelicans now with the basketball. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Almost knocked away there by Durant. Basketball on the outside. There goes Pelicans. Step over shot. No good. Puts it back up. And it's good. Jackson Hayes puts it in. And the Pelicans go back up by 4. Knock the defense there by Brooklyn, allowing that shot to be able to go in. Durant now with the basketball at the top of the key. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Durant's just going to take it. Nets trail by 4. Durant now. Big play there by Claxton. Durant's going to take the foul shot. 3-point shot. And it's good! Kevin Durant with 1.3 to go. Hits the 3-point shot. And that's the end of the first quarter. Almost good at the buzzer, but the Nets are able to cut the lead on a 3-point shot, buzzer beater by Kevin Durant, and the Nets trail 28-27 after 1 quarter. Clutch shot there by Kevin Durant and Seth Curry before to cut this lead to 1. Excellent job there by Brooklyn to at least make this a more salvageable game going into the first half, which is exactly what we need. So I'm happy about that. Happy about that. The Nets were at least able to cut the lead down to 1 after what it looked like to be a very, very, very rough first quarter. Nets were really having a very, very bad first quarter going into this game. They were struggling on the offensive end for the most part. New Orleans was hitting some big 3-point shots on the outside, but the Nets were able to rally and knock this lead all the way down back to 1. So the Nets are now only trailing by 1 after 1 quarter, which is good for the Nets overall. So let's see what this basketball team can do going into the second quarter, as at least they're able to make this into a little bit more of a competitive game. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen in the second quarter overall. But Durant doing Durant-like things like always. Kevin Durant doing Durant-like things on the offensive end of the court. Kyrie playing well. So, I mean, the Nets are doing exactly what you need your key players to do, is go out there and make shots when need be. Hopefully they could just be able to keep the momentum going in the second quarter for this basketball team going forward. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen either way. So, but thank you very much to everybody that's coming by the live stream. We are doing the Nets and the Pelicans basketball game, NBA basketball, for Hardcore Sports Network and my channel, NYG Jeffy T85. So this is it's gonna be a nice basketball night. This was originally not supposed to be broadcasted on ESPN, but because they flexed the game over to tonight, the Nets are now playing on ESPN against the New Orleans Pelicans. Nets are only trailing by 1 in this game, courtesy of Kevin Durant, Seth Curry, and Royce O'Neal hitting some big 3-point shots. So we'll have to wait and see how this basketball team can come back going into second quarter. But make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already, and give a sub up to NYG Jeffy 85 as well as to the Hardcore Sports Network. Appreciate all you people coming by to support the channel with this Friday night basketball game featuring the Brooklyn Nets and the New Orleans Pelicans. And I'll make sure to give you guys all the updates at halftime surrounding the NBA and the rest of the NBA games going on around the league going forward. So I appreciate all you guys coming by this live stream and supporting the channel this entire time through my journey. I'm on the road towards 1K subs. I'm on the road to 1K, so I want to appreciate all you guys that have been here to support my channel from the beginning. Thank you all, and I hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday night so far. And getting ready for what's going to be a very good football Friday, and appreciate everybody that was by the live stream earlier on today for the Football Friday talk show. So thank you all again, and I hope you're sincerely enjoying your Friday night. Talking to CJ McCollum right now on the outside before we get back going in this game with the Nets and the Pelicans in the second quarter. Pelicans have the basketball. They're right now up by 1 point. Pelicans on the outside. Jackson Hayes with it. Hayes guarded by over on the outside by Sumner. Basketball again to the outside. Nets are trying to play good defense now. Driving to the basket. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded by the Nets. Nets with an opportunity to take the lead now after that missed shot there by the Pelicans. Curry with the basketball on the outside. Screen there by Simmons. Over on the outside to Harris. Harris checks in the game. Over to Curry. Curry now on the outside. Curry under his legs. Curry back out to Harris. Harris passes it out. No, misses it. Turnover by the Nets. Royce O'Neal throws it to the defender. Throws up, and it's going to be no good. There's a foul on the play by Brooklyn. Seth Curry commits the foul on the play. No, it's actually Kyrie Irving that commits the foul on the New Orleans Pelicans. No, it was Curry. Marshall tried to drive to the basket, and they called the foul on Curry trying to knock the basketball from behind and knock it away. So they called the foul on there. It's going to be a clear path foul on the Nets. First foul shot up is good. Pelicans go up by 2 on that one. Clear path foul on the Nets. Oh, it looks like it actually might have been a technical foul. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know why. I don't know how that's a foul, but hey, I'm not a referee. So Pelicans have the basketball. 3-point shot on the way. It's good from the corner. Alvarado with the 3-point shot, and the Pelicans go back up by 4. Nets trying to drive to the basket. No good. Joe Harris trying to drive to the basket. It's going to be a foul on the play. Good aggressive move there by Joey Buckets. Foul on the play by Alvarado. And Joe Harris is going to go to the line, shooting 2. Nice aggressive move there by Joe Harris, driving to the basket, committing the foul on the Hornets. Harris at the foul line, first foul shot up. It's good. Harris has been filling in the bench lately for the Brooklyn Nets, coming back from that knee injury that he suffered where he missed 4 games with a knee soreness in his left knee. Harris at the free throw line, getting ready for a second foul shot for the Nets. Second free throw up. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by New Orleans. Nets still trail by 4 in this game. Pelicans with the basketball. Alvarado with it. Gets it over down to Marshall. Marshall the outside. 3-point shot by Murphy. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by Hayes. Back to the outside. 3-point shot is good by Alvarado. And the Pelicans go back up by 7. 7-point lead for New Orleans. Nets basketball. Bad defense again. Harris passes the corner on the outside. No good, in and out. Rebounded by Alvarado. Alvarado driving into the basket. Don't stop on the outside. Alvarado again. Puts it up. It's good. And right now the Pelicans go back up by 9 after the Nets cut it all the way down to 1 point at one point. Harris now gets caught up in midair, gets it over to Royce O'Neal. O'Neal to Simmons. Simmons tries to dribble under behind his back, gets it over to O'Neal. O'Neal to Curry. Curry with the basketball. Curry now to the corner of the key. Curry driving to the basket. Curry jump shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by the Pelicans. 9:45 left to go in the first half. New Orleans with the basketball. Have a chance to take a double-digit lead. Heads the basketball on the outside. Three-point shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by the Nets. Over to Irving. Irving driving to the basket. Puts it up. No good. And the Pelicans get the rebound. Over to the outside. Basketball driving to the basket. Blocked out by Ben Simmons. Knocks it away by Marshall. And it's going to be New Orleans basketball after that block shot by Ben Simmons on Marshall. But they're going to call foul on the play, so it's going to be Pelicans at the line. Marshall would be at the line shooting a foul shot. I don't see how that was a foul, but you know what? It is what it is. First foul shot is good. Marshall hits his first foul shot for the Pelicans. And the Pelicans now officially take a 10-point lead, 38-28, with about 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. 12 points for Marshall on this game. Make it 13 as he sinks both his foul shots. McCollum is on the bench right now. The Pelicans are on an 11-1 run to start the second quarter. Curry now with the basketball. Curry at the point, gets it over to Simmons. Simmons now looking for the open defender, gets it to the outside, gets over to O'Neal. Irving actually fouled on the play, trying to drive to the basket, and he's going to probably head to the line. Fouled by Jackson Hayes. Hayes with the defense on the play. Fouled actually Royce O'Neal on that one. There's Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, who are both out with injury right now, sitting on the bench. Both of them are obviously not going to be playing. Zion Williamson is going to be out for at least the next week. Nets three-point shot off the front rim, rebounded by New Orleans. New Orleans now with the basketball on the outside. Marshall's got it. Marshall out to Murphy. Murphy over on the outside. Gets it over to Jones. Jones now driving over to Alvarado. Alvarado three-point shot off the front rim. Rebounded by Irving. Irving with the basketball now. Dribbling to the front court. Gets it out to Seth Curry. Wide open three-point shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Alvarado. Alvarado near the three-point line. Gets over near the corner. Guarded by Royce O'Neal. Gets it down low. Hayes with it. Hayes going up. Up and shot. No good. Misses it. Puts his put back. And the Pelicans go up by 13 or 11 points in this game. And the Nets will call timeout as the Pelicans go up by 13 in this game. 41-28. Not a good showing at all by Brooklyn right now in this first half. Miserable showing by the Brooklyn Nets as they trail by 13 right now in this first half. Not good. Not good. Nets cut it all the way down to 1 at the end of the first quarter, and the Pelicans are pretty much blitzing them right now on a big-time run in this game, and the Nets are all the way back down by 13 again, missing open three-point shots, not being able to guard the outside for the three-point line, and the Nets right now are falling apart in the seeds. So, I mean, this is not going to be easy. Now, this game was not going to be easy? Am I surprised they're losing? No, I'm really not. I'm not surprised the Nets are losing in this game. I'm really not. I think they could do a better job right now than the way they're playing at the moment, but you never know. Maybe they could find a way to regroup going into the rest of this quarter. The Pelicans right now are shooting the ball very well in this game. Let's see what the Nets can do going into the rest of this first quarter, or the rest of the second quarter, so we'll have to wait and see. It's not good. No, it's not. It's not good. Curry had a wide open shot in the corner, and he bricked it. He had a wide open shot in the corner, and he bricked the shot on the outside. Nets will be the fourth seed if they're lost. I guess that means who's the fourth seed? I think it's the Cavs. They could be. Hey, I mean, they won 12 in a row. The Nets are going to go through a little bit of a lose. They're going to go through some losses as well. They're not just going to keep winning and winning and winning. They're going to have a couple of losses here or there. So they just got to make sure that they stay together and they just don't completely collapse out there on the court. But right now, the Nets have got to have a better showing against the New Orleans Pelicans in this game. They have to. They have to do a better job. They're right now getting blitzed off the court by New Orleans on this run that New Orleans is having on this basketball court. I am not liking the way this basketball team is performing at the moment. Well, Nets going to drop in the standings now. Well, let's see. Let's see how the rest of the game plays out. Let's see how the rest of the game plays out. We don't know that yet. We don't know yet what's going to happen with this game. Nets were just down by 11 before, and they managed to cut the lead all the way back down. They managed to cut the lead all the way back down to 1 at one point. So maybe they're going to struggle throughout this game. But New Orleans, like I said, is a good team. They have good depth. They have good front court play. They have a good bench overall. New Orleans is still a good team, even without Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram playing. So, you can't just discount this basketball team going forward. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen going forward. But we got about at least 8:27 left to go in the first half. Nets are trailing in this game by 13. This is the problem I have. Why Nets always playing catch up? Because they're not shooting well and they're not guarding the outside good. What's going on, Earl? Thank you so much for coming by the live stream. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go sub up to my good buddy Earl Cole as part of the Hardcore Sports Network. Every game is that way. We never get off to good starts. No, we don't. Nets at the top of the key. Ben Simmons gets it over to Kyrie Irving. Irving now at the basketball. Gets it over to Simmons. Simmons, three-point shot by O'Neal. Misses on the outside, off the side rim. Rebounded by New Orleans. New Orleans is continuing their run right now on offense. Pelicans with the basketball near the top of the key. Gets it over to Alvarado. McCollum's back in the game. 3-point to the outside. Fakes the three-point shot. Driving to the basket. Puts it up. Blocked by Simmons, but they're going to call it a foul on the play. They're actually going to call the foul on Joe Harris. I don't know how that's a foul. It looked like a block shot to me, but they're going to call a foul on Joe Harris, getting his hands up, trying to knock the ball away on that one. Marshall, who has been an absolute problem with this Brooklyn Nets team so far in this game, Marshall has really made his impact for the New Orleans Pelicans in this game so far against the Brooklyn Nets. Marshall at the free throw line, puts up the shot, and it's good. They're actually going to call it a three-point play. And the New Orleans Pelicans are now up by 15 in this game, 43-28, with 7:50 to go in the first half. Irving with the basketball now. Irving, Royce O'Neal trying to set a pick. Irving now, dribbling under his hands, throws it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving puts the basketball into the net, stopping this run by the New Orleans Pelicans. And the Nets trail by 13 now, 43-30, 7:27 to go in the first half. New Orleans with the basketball on the outside. McCollum, who's back in. McCollum going outside by Simmons, throws it down low, underneath, stolen away, knocked away by Harris. They're going to call foul on the play. They actually called a foul on that play. I don't understand it. Foul on the play. No problem, Earl. Glad I could be part of the wrestling experience and always love supporting your channel, man. Missed shot over there by the New Orleans Pelicans. There's a job. Ben Simmons with the basketball. Up and under. Misses it. Rebounded by New Orleans. Hayes gets it over out to Marshall. Marshall puts it up. No good. It is good. Marshall puts it up and in. And the Pelicans get up by 15 again. Nets with the basketball on the outside. Gets it over to Simmons. Simmons over to Warren. Warren puts the shot up. It's good. Nice shot by T.J. Warren. And the foul. T.J. Warren, who was questionable for this game, puts up the jump shot, sinks it in, and the Nets will have an opportunity at a three-point play, courtesy of T.J. Warren. Nice putback shot there by T.J. Warren on the play. For the three people in the chat, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. T.J. Warren completes the three-point play, and the Nets trail 45-33 with 6:40 left to go in the first half. Pelicans now with the basketball on the outside, driving to the basket, puts it up, blocked by the Nets. O'Neal over to Irving. Irving puts it up, no good. And it's going to be a foul on the play. It's actually T.J. Warren driving to the basket, and it's going to be a foul on the play by Murphy, trying to get his hands on the play. And TJ Warren will go back to the line. TJ Warren making his presence felt again for the Brooklyn Nets in this game. Love the job by TJ Warren that he's doing for this Brooklyn Nets team. Warren first goes to the foul line, and he sinks his first free throw shot. Claxton's on the bench. Durant's right now on the bench as well. TJ Warren has scored the last 4 points for the Brooklyn Nets with an opportunity to make it 5 while he's still at the free throw line. Warren puts up the foul shot. It's in. And the Nets cut the lead down to 10, 45-35, less than 6:30 to go in the first half. Nets get the basketball on the outside. Puts it to the outside. There's it now. Play by McCollum's back in. Gets it over to Murphy. Murphy now trying to dribble and drive. Falls over his feet, and they're going to call foul on the play. He tripped over his own feet. They called a foul on the play on TJ Warren. Foul on Warren. I don't know how, but they did. And Pelicans will take it from the outside. Gets it to the outside. Over to Hayes. There's dribble on the outside. Faking the three-point shot. Stolen by Brooklyn. Gets it out to Warren. Drives it to the basket. Dunks it into the basket. TJ Warren scores the last 7 points for the Brooklyn Nets. 7-0 run for Brooklyn, courtesy of TJ Warren. And the Nets cut the lead down to 8. 45-37 as the Pelicans call timeout. Nice little run there by Brooklyn, courtesy of TJ Warren sparking the bench for the Brooklyn Nets. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Especially the job that Warren is doing for this basketball team. TJ Warren has been a lifesaver coming off the bench for this Nets basketball team. He has really, really been a major contributor for the Nets off the bench with the job that he is doing on a consistent basis. And I really love what he is bringing to the table for this Brooklyn Nets team for the majority of the season since he's come back from that injury to his foot that caused him to miss an entire year. Remember, TJ Warren is a former 20-plus point scorer for the Phoenix Suns and the Indiana Pacers. You could have argued he was the MVP of the bubble a couple of years ago for the Indiana Pacers when he was with the team. Before, unfortunately, he suffered that broken foot and he had multiple surgeries on his fractured foot that caused him to miss all of last season, as well as another guy like Edmund Sumner, who also missed all of last season that he had to deal with, but he dealt with a leg injury, so he also missed the entire season. Nets took a chance on both these guys, and for the most part, both of them have really done a good job putting in the contributions to help this Nets team out, especially a guy like TJ Warren, who's really become a major contributor coming off the bench for this Nets team, but they need to do a better job for the rest of this game. And they need to do a better job limiting New Orleans with some of these shots, because right now New Orleans is controlling the paint. They're controlling the outside. They're shooting the three-point shot at a very good rate, and the Nets have got to do a better job guarding the outside compared to what they've been doing so far in this game, because right now it has not been good for Brooklyn. They need to do a better job guarding the outside, guarding the inside. It has not been good on what Brooklyn has been doing. Hopefully they can rebound and get it going for the rest of this game. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. There's 6 minutes exactly to go in the first quarter, so we'll wait and see what's going to happen. Thank you for the 3 that are watching the show right now. Make sure you please hit that like button. Head over to the Hardcore Sports Network and give them a like. Head over to my channel, NYG Jeffy T85, and give that a like. And I appreciate you guys all coming here for the NBA basketball game, Basketball Friday, featuring the New Orleans Pelicans and the Brooklyn Nets down in New Orleans, Louisiana. Appreciate you all coming by to support the live stream, and I hope you all are enjoying your Friday. Just about to get ready back at the game right now. High scoring games in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell had 71. Luka had 60. Embiid at 59, Booker at 58, and Antetokounmpo 55. Davis had 55, and Klay Thompson at 54. Pelicans with the basketball right now. 5:30 left to go in the first half. 5:40 to go. 3-point shot by the Pelicans. In and out. Rebounded by the Nets. Harris the outside. Turns it over on a bad pass. Bad pass by Harris. Gets it back over the Pelicans. Pelicans regrouping now near the top of the key. McCollum now at the basketball, guarded by Warren. McCollum driving to the basket, no good. Rebounded by the Nets. Royce O'Neal gets it over to Irving. Irving over to Simmons. Simmons back to Irving. 3-point shot, no good off the front rim. Rebounded by New Orleans. New Orleans now at the basketball, almost knocked away there by O'Neal. McCollum now with it near the top of the key. McCollum guarded by Irving. Now over to Murphy. Murphy now with it. Murphy trying to drive to the basket. Goes to the basket. Puts it up. No good, but he's fouled on the play. Fouled on the play. Trey Murphy trying to drive to the basket. And he's fouled. I believe it was Kyrie Irving that committed the foul. Individual scoring in the NBA, 30-plus points, 530, most of all time, 40, 90 most, and 30 is third most in the NBA history. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, official in the Royal Rumble. I figured that would be the case. Earl. Yeah, absolutely, Raphael. Murphy's at the line, sinks his first free throw shot. Pelicans now up by 9, second free throw up, sinks it, and the Pelicans go up by 10 in this game, 45-35. Nets with the 47-37. Seth Curry with the basketball near the top of the key. Curry gets it over to Durant. Durant now with it at the top of the key. Durant trying to dribble drive past the defenders. Durant throws it to nobody. Throws it to the Pelicans, gets it to the outside, driving the basket, stolen away by the Nets. Curry over to Durant. Durant, jump shot, good, and the foul. Kevin Durant hits the mid-range shot, gets hit, and a foul on the play. Durant comes back into the basketball game, hits the mid-range shot, and is going to be going to the line at a chance at a 3-point play for the Brooklyn Nets. Durant and Claxton comes back into the game for the Brooklyn Nets on this one too. Fouled on the play by Valanciunas. Durant at the line, puts it up. It's good. Nets are only down by 7 now on the 3-point play by KD. Alvarado now at the basketball. Gets it over to McCollum. McCollum now driving to the basket. Foul on the play, and it looks like it's going to be on Seth Curry. No, they're going to call it on Claxton. Looks like they might call the foul on Claxton on that one. And the Pelicans are going to be at the line shooting free throws now. McCollum at the line. First free throw up. It's good. CJ McCollum hits the first free throw, and the Bucks go, the Pelicans go up by 8 now, 48-40. CJ McCollum back at the line, shooting his second free throw for the New Orleans Pelicans. 4:25 left to go in the first half. Second free throw up is good. And the Pelicans are now going up by 9 in this game, 49-40. Claxton now dribbling the basketball up, stops on the dime, tries to get over to O'Neal. O'Neal at the basketball now at the top of key. Guarded on the outside by Hayes. O'Neal shoots the 3-point shot, but there's a foul on the play. And it looked like Durant might have gotten hit. I don't know if Durant's a little bit shaken up right now, which is what the Nets can ill afford to have at the moment. Oh, that's why. Durant got knocked on the play, and he looks like he's a little bit shaken up. And Durant's going to go to the foul line now. New Orleans, I believe, is over the limit. Durant is 14 points, 4 for 10 from the field with 3 rebounds. First foul shot up is good. Nets down by 8 now. Nets down by 8 in this game now after Durant hits his first free throw with a second one on the way as they're showing for the game later on tonight between the Heat. And there's the second free throw is good for the Brooklyn Nets. Pelicans with the basketball. Alvarado's got it. On the outside now, getting to McCollum. McCollum back to Alvarado. Tries to get down low to Valanciunas. And both players go down. Valanciunas is right now. Valanciunas is holding his knee at the moment. He goes down on the play. Looks like he's trying to dust himself off. That's not good for the New Orleans Pelicans. As Giannis Valanciunas right now is holding his knee on the basketball court after Durant sank both of his free throws. And Valanciunas is at least able to get back up after he collided on the play with Nicholas Claxton. Both Valanciunas and Claxton went down on that play. Both men went down on that play. Valanciunas is holding on to his left knee right now, but he was able to get back up on that play going forward. And Claxton now has 3 fouls on the play, and he's going to be going out. He has not scored a point for the Brooklyn Nets, which is not good. We need Claxton to be able to put up some offense for this team. And Valanciunas now is now going to be going up to the foul line for the New Orleans Pelicans. After his foul on the play by Claxton, Claxton now officially subs out, only scored 0 points on the game. What's going on, James? How you doing, bro? Thank you so much for coming by the live stream. I hope you're having a good Thursday or Friday overall, man. Valanciunas had to go over to the side. Looks like he might have had a little bit of blood on his arm. He's going to go back over to the three-point line and shoot some free throws now. Pelicans are up by 7, 3:59 to go in the first half. First foul shot up, it's good. Valanciunas think his first foul shot. Pelicans are up by 8. Valanciunas is 15.4 points in the last 8 games, 91% from the free throw line. Valanciunas has been a key find for this New Orleans team in terms of the center position. Second foul shot up is good. Pelicans go back up by 9, 51-42, with about 3:50 to go in the first half. Durant with the basketball at the top of the key. Durant now with it. Goes to the side of Simmons. Simmons to the outside. Wide open shot for Curry. And it's good. Seth Curry hits the three-point shot in the corner pocket. And the Nets cut the lead down to 6, 51-45. Driving to the basket for New Orleans. McCollum hits the shot. Or it's actually Trey Murphy. Murphy hits it. And the Pelicans go back up by 8. Durant now gets it over to Simmons. Simmons drives to the basket. Lays it up and in. Nets stacked down by 8, 53-47. Pelicans now driving down the other end. Puts the shot up. Blocked on the play, but they're going to call foul. No, they're saying it's out of bounds and off of McCollum. Okay. Nets with the basketball. Nice block shot by the Nets. I believe that was Simmons that blocked it on that play. Nets want the basketball. No, it was actually Watanabe that got the block and knocked it off of McCollum's hands. And the Nets will get the ball back, trying to cut this lead even further. Nets trailing by 6 with about 3 minutes to go in the first half. Durant with the basketball at the top of the key. Watanabe sets the pick. Durant over to Watanabe. Watanabe to O'Neal. O'Neal over to Curry. Curry fakes the three-point shot. Curry underneath. Puts up the jump shot. No good. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Watanabe tried to get it but couldn't. Pelicans got the ball now. Drive to the basket. On the outside. Jones over. Wide open three-point shot. It's good. And the Pelicans go back up by 9. Jones hits the three-point shot in the corner. Oh, that was a bad sequence. Durant now with the basketball. Has it in his hands. Durant now puts the foul shot up. No good. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Alvarado's got it. Alvarado driving down to the basket. Stops near the three-point line. Gets it underneath. Stolen by Curry. Curry now with the basketball. Dribbles past the midcourt. Curry now. Guarded over by Alvarado. Picked there by Durant. Curry now near the corner of the pocket. Near the top of the key. Curry now has it. Underneath his legs. Curry. 1-on-1 basketball. Curry fakes out, puts it up, and it's good. Seth Curry banks it off the basket. Nets down by 7. 2 minutes to go in the first half. 56-49 to go in the first half. 56-49 New Orleans. Alvarado's got it. Near the top, Ricky gets over to McCollum. McCollum jump shot. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by the Nets. Durant's got it. Durant now has the basketball. Driving deep. Pass to the outside. Watanabe. Watanabe over to Durant. Durant puts up the jump shot. No good off the glass, but he's fouled on the play. Fouled by Alvarado. And Durant will go to the line looking to put the Nets in position to cut this lead down to 5. Nice individual play by Seth Curry before. Nice individual play by Curry. Durant at the line right now, looking to cut the lead. First foul shot up is good. 56-50 now in this game. 56-50. New Orleans leading this game with 1:40 to go. 1:40 to go in the first half. Durant has 17 points on 4-11 from the field, 1 for 3 from the three-point line. Second foul shot up is good. Durant is now 9 of 9 from the line. Pelicans now leading by 5. Alvarado with the basketball. Driving to the basket. Puts it up. Blocked shot by Durant. Durant blocks the shot. Knocks it out of bounds. And the Pelicans will take the ball on the outside. Beautifully blocked shot there by Kevin Durant. Knocking the ball out of the way. Pelicans have the basketball now. McCollum with it. Guarded by Irving. McCollum puts up a shot. Foul on the play. And it's good. And McCollum will have a chance for 3. Bad foul there. Bad foul by Kyrie Irving. Got caught up in the play. And McCollum made him pay. And just when the Nets were getting a little bit of momentum back, there we go. McCollum hits the free throw, 3-point play. Pelicans go back up by 8, 59-51. McCollum's got 10 points on the game, 3-11 shooting, 3 for 3 from the line, 1:15 to go in the first half. Durant with the basketball near the top of the key. Durant gets it over to Curry. Curry driving to the basket. No good. Rebounded by Simmons. Puts it back up and in. Nets trail by 6, 59-53. Alvarado now gets it over on the outside of McCollum. McCollum, there's Larry Nance Jr. trying to set a pick. Going on the inside. Watanabe now guarding McCollum. McCollum driving to the basket. Knocked out of bounds off of Watanabe. And it'll give me Pelicans ball with 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. 47.4 seconds to go in the first half. New Orleans leading this game by 6. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock for New Orleans. Murphy now inbounds it over to McCollum. Shot on the outside. It's good. CJ McCollum hits the 3-point shot. Pelicans go back up by 9, 62-53. McCollum's got 53 points now, 2 for 3 from three-point line. Durant with the basketball on the outside, guarded by Marshall. Durant drives the basket, up and under, no good, in and out. Pelicans with the basketball. Alvarado behind his back, driving to the basket, puts it up, no good, but there's a foul on the play. And it's going to be against Watanabe, and Alvarado will be going the line, looking to give the Pelicans a double-digit lead once again. I don't think that was a foul at all. That's a bull none call. Bull none call there on Watanabe. He didn't even touch Alvarado. 25.8 seconds to go. Alvarado at the line. First foul shot up. It's good. Pelicans go back up by double digits, 63-53 for in this game. Alvarado now setting up for a second foul shot in this game. Second foul shot up. It's good. And New Orleans goes up by 11 now. 25.8 seconds to go. O'Neal with the basketball. Nets dribbling it up. Alvarado has 15 points off the bench for New Orleans. He's been a problem for the Pelicans. O'Neal now Over on the outside, trying to get a pick there by Durant. Royce O'Neal gets it to Durant. Durant, 7 seconds left to go. 8 seconds left to go in the half. Gets it over to Irving. Irving now at the basketball. 3 seconds. 2, 1, puts it up. No good off the front rim. Rebounded, and it's going to be thrown in. It's going to be the end of the first half. And there we go. Pelicans lead this game in the first half by the score of 64 to 53 as we come to an end of the first half. Yes, I am, sir. Brooklyn Nets. Long-time Nets fan from the New Jersey days. Yes, I am, James. Absolutely. Absolutely long-time Nets fan. That was a brutal first half by Brooklyn. Brutal. The Nets had multiple times in this first half where they cut the lead all the way down to 1 at one point at the end of the first quarter, and then the Pelicans went on a run there in that second half. It's pretty much been multiple contributions by the New Orleans Pelicans on why the Nets are in the position they're in right now. I mean, Alvarado has hurt them off the bench. Marshall has hurt them on the starting lineup. McCollum has played well for them. Trey Murphy has had a good game so far. And for the Nets, it's really just been the Kevin Durant show. Nick Claxton is easily having one of his worst games so far this season. He has no points for the Nets right now. 3 rebounds. He does have 3 block shots, but he got in the 3 foul trouble in the first half, and he's right now out of the game because of it. Irving's got 7. Simmons has got 6 points. O'Neal's got 3. Curry is right now second on the team in scoring with 8 points. They're getting nothing from Joe Harris. TJ Warren has done solid. He's got 7 points. Watanabe's got 3. Nets need to do a better job on the defensive end against the New Orleans Pelicans in the second half. Yeah, man, it's been I appreciate you coming by the live stream, James. It's been a brutal first half for Brooklyn. This game looks like the Bulls game. When the Nets are down, they lose playing catching up. Yeah, they're not. The Nets are able to catch up, but it looks like they just don't have enough energy to be able to. They're expending so much energy trying to catch up in these basketball games that it's taking a lot out of them as we get closer towards the end. It's just not good. The Nets have got to play with a little bit more urgency on the basketball court going into the second half compared to what they're doing in the first half. I just didn't like how that first half came across for the Brooklyn Nets. I didn't. I mean, just some of the other numbers. The Nets are shooting 43% from the field. It's 17 of 40 from the field. 40% from the three-point line, 6 of 15. They've gone to the free throw line 14 times, 13 of 14 they made for 93%. In terms of New Orleans, here's the biggest reason why the New Orleans Pelicans are winning this game. They are shooting 59% from the three-point line. 59%. 10 of 17 from the three-point line. That's what's happening right now in this first half. 10 of 17 from the three-point line, or 10 of 17 from the three-point line. They're shooting 43% from the field. They also got to the line 17 times, 94% shooting. So far, they've committed 10 personal fouls. The Nets have committed 12. Nets have turned the basketball over 6 times. New Orleans has turned it over 7. New Orleans right now has 25 rebounds to the Nets 20. New Orleans has 1 more assist than the Nets, 11 to 10. New Orleans has 5 steals in the game, so the Nets 4. Nets actually have had more block shots. They've had 6 in the game compared to New Orleans 1. It's really the three-point shooting of New Orleans that is the biggest difference in this basketball game on why New Orleans is leading this game by 11 points. That's why. No, it's not over. It's not over if they're down by 10-plus points. I disagree. I mean, we'll have to wait and see how this team responds in the second half. I don't think it's over if they're down by 10-plus points because they've shown they can come back in these games. They've done it multiple times, but the Nets have got to wake the hell up already and start playing better basketball going into the second half because it's ridiculous how this basketball team played in the first half. They're not playing defense. It's a combination of they're not playing defense on the outside, especially near the perimeter, They're not rotating very well, guarding the outside, but at the same time, New Orleans is doing a good job knocking down their three-point shots right now on the outside. You have to give credit to New Orleans. They're just shooting the basketball very, very well from the outside. If it gets to a point they can't come back, I disagree. The Nets have shown they can come back in these games, and I have no doubt in my mind if they get the opportunity, they can come back again. So I disagree. I understand your frustration. CWE. I don't blame you. But at the same time, I am not going to just think that this game is over. Even if the Nets continue to be down in this game, I still have confidence the Nets can come back and be able to pull this one out because they've done it before in the past, and I have no doubt they can do it again in this basketball game. They have just got to do a better job guarding the outside on the perimeter against the three-point shot, but we'll wait and see what's going to happen in the second half. We play Heat Celtics after this. I don't care. We've already beaten good teams. Remember, we did have a 12-game winning streak and beat really good teams like the Cavs and the Bucks. So, you're not going to win every game. You're going to win and lose. Watch, I'm predicting Kyrie will hit the game winner. I'd love it. James, I hope that actually ends up happening, but I would love to actually see the Nets be able to come back and then take themselves a big lead in this basketball game. I would love to see that too. But if Kyrie Irving could go out there and hit a big game-winning shot, you trust me, I don't think anybody's going to complain with that one. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what's going to happen. But either way, the Nets right now are trailing at the half, 64-53. Pelicans just did an excellent job shooting the three-point shot. But at the same time, the Nets have got to do a better job on the defensive end. So I'm just going to go around the league right now, just talk about some of the other games that are being played. The Portland Trailblazers right now are leading the Indiana Pacers 86-83 down there in Indiana. 10:52 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Chicago Bulls are leading the Philadelphia 76ers with 8:43 to go in the fourth quarter, 106-94. The New York Knicks are right now leading the Toronto Raptors 59-54 down in Toronto, 9:12 left to go in the third quarter. The Charlotte Hornets are actually destroying the Milwaukee Bucks by the score of 75-47. So the Bucks right now, they're not having a good game at all tonight either against Charlotte, one of the worst teams in the East. They're trailing by 28 in that game. The Oklahoma City Thunder are up by 10 right now in their game over the Washington Wizards down in Oklahoma City, 51-31. The San Antonio Spurs are leading the Detroit Pistons right now. Actually, the Pistons just took a 1-point lead now with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. In the Washington game, it's 51-31 with 5:08 left to go in the second quarter. At 9 o'clock, you're going to be getting the Los Angeles Clippers traveling down to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves. At 9 o'clock, you're going to be getting the Cleveland Cavaliers traveling down to Denver, taking on the Nuggets. 10 p.m., which is going to be the second game on ESPN. You're going to be having the Miami Heat traveling down to Phoenix to take on the Suns. And the 10:30 game, the last game, the latest game on tonight's schedule, you're going to be having the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Los Angeles Lakers down in L.A., and that is your out-of-town scoreboard for this Friday night's NBA telecast in this game. I appreciate for everybody coming by the live stream. Make sure you hit that like button and give everybody a sub if you haven't already. Appreciate that. Yes, I do. I do remember your name, JJYT, and I appreciate you subbing back up to the channel, James Morrison. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming back and giving me the support. Really do. Thank you so much, bro. We haven't lost back-to-back games since November. It's I forget what it's like to lose. You're in Charlotte? There you go. I'm sure as a Nets fan right now, you're enjoying watching the Bucks get their absolute asses kicked right now tonight in Milwaukee. That's actually a very nice thing to see. Nets just watch Pelicans pass the ball on the perimeter. Well, it's also the Pelicans are hitting the shots. I understand we was on a 12-game winning streak, but losing back-to-back games is bad. Yeah, I mean, it's not good, but I mean, you're not going to win them all. You're not going to win them all, but the Nets have just got to do a better job playing in this basketball game, plain and simple. Nets have got to do a better job in the second half. That's just the only explanation for it. They got to play better in the second half. I mean, they really do. They have got to play better against the perimeter in the second half of this basketball game and not allow the New Orleans Pelicans to continue to keep knocking down perimeter shots over and over and over again, because it's going to really put the Nets in a bad situation going into the rest of this game, and the Nets will not be able to come back if New Orleans keeps knocking down these three-point shots on a very consistent basis, which is what they have been doing for a majority of this game so far in the first half. So the Nets defense has got to do a much better job guarding the perimeter and limiting those shots and pretty much guarding the outside. Put a couple of players. Alvarado and Marshall are the two guys right now that have been killing the Nets in this game. McCollum has gotten his. McCollum is going to get his points. Right now, it's a combination of Alvarado and Marshall have been hurting the Nets so much in this game so far. Right now, Marshall and Alvarado have a combined 30 points in this game. 30 points for those two guys. And in terms of the Nets have only got one player in double figures in this game, and that is Kevin Durant, who has 18. The next highest scorer is Seth Curry, who has 8 in this game. The Nets have got to get better contributions for their other players on this game. Nobody is trading for him. I understand you don't like him, but he signed a big contract. Nobody is trading for Joe Harris. I'm sorry. Nobody's taking Joe Harris at that big contract. We're stuck with him. I hate to say it. We're going to have to hope that Harris turns it around. I don't dislike Harris. I think he's still a good basketball player. He's just got to get himself together. He does. Harris has not been playing well at all. He needs to start playing better for this Brooklyn Nets team because we do need him. Just like we need some of the other guys on this team. Harris has got to start playing better. But we'll wait and see what's going to happen going into the second half. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just going to go grab some more water real quickly. So hold on. Hang tight for a little bit. Okay, I'm back. Just had to grab some water real quickly. See you in the chat. Joe Harris needs to be benched. He's pretty much been benched. His minutes have been limited lately, so he hasn't really played much. You can even tell he's only played 7 minutes in this game. Harris needs to work hard and get better. Well, Harris has also been banged up. He's dealing with a knee injury, so you have to wonder if that knee is really limiting his play. He plays no defense. So are a bunch of other guys. Harris is not a defensive player. He's a three-point shooter, and he's a guy that drives to the basket. Harris needs to step up his play or he's not going to play. He's going to be on the bench most of the time. I agree. If Harris doesn't play a little bit better on the defensive side of the court, he will not be playing much for the Brooklyn Nets. He will be sitting mostly on the bench. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen going into the second half of this game. You're not wrong. Harris has got to do a better job for the Brooklyn Nets. He really does. Because if he's not going to help this team, I want his ass on the bench. And I'd rather see somebody else go out there and do the job instead. But we'll wait and see what's going to happen. David Barish and Doris Burke are actually calling the basketball game right now. We're just about getting ready to call the second half of this basketball game for the Brooklyn Nets and the New Orleans Pelicans. I appreciate everybody coming by the live stream. Please hit that like button. It really does a lot. Helps out the live stream for tonight's Friday night basketball game between the Brooklyn Nets and the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans right now leading this game by 11, 64-53, as we're just about to get ready for the start of the second half. Showing the right now the season stats for the Pelicans: 8.8 points. Alvarado's got 15 when he scored 9 points per game. Marshall scores 9 points per game. He's also got 15. McCollum's a 20-point scorer. He's got 13 right now. So as we're just about to start the second half of this basketball game, Pelicans start out with the basketball, leading by 11. Marshall with the basket, or Murphy with it, gets it over to Marshall. Marshall now over to Nance. Now Valanciunas gets it over to Jones. Gets on the outside. 3-point shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by the Nets. Irving with the basketball. Irving gets over to Simmons. Simmons the outside. 3-point shot. No good. No, it bounces in. Kevin Durant gets the bounce. And the Nets trail by 8 now. 64-56 to start the second half. Marshall now with the basketball. Gets on the outside. Marshall guarded by Irving. Post up, puts up the shot. No good, but they're going to call foul on the play, which it shouldn't be, on Kyrie Irving for bumping him. Call the foul on Irving for bumping him. And Marshall is going to go to the line now with a chance to shoot 2 foul shots. God damn it. Bogus fouls. First foul shot up. No good. In and out. Marshall has absolutely been dominating the Nets tonight. He is really having himself a nice game, as well as Alvarado. Those two guys have really been a pain in the ass against the Nets. Second foul shot up is good. And the Pelicans lead this game by 9, 65-56. Irving with the basketball now. Dribbles the basketball up past the half court. Guarded by Marshall. Irving now with it. Gets it over to Simmons. Simmons near the outside of the 3-point line. Gets it over to Durant. Durant trying to post up. Guarded by Marshall. Drives the basket. Puts it up. It's good. Durant puts it in. Nets down by 7. 65-58. Nice play there by KD. Marshall with the basketball now. Driving to the basket. Guarded by O'Neal. Valanciunas puts it up and in. No inside defense. And the Pelicans go back up by 9, 67-58. Somebody lost their man on the inside pick. O'Neal now gets it to the outside. 3-point shot. Good! 3-point shot on the outside by Kyrie Irving. Nets down by 6, 67-61. That was Durant that actually hit it. 26 points for Kevin Durant tonight. Durant showed up for the Nets. Almost stolen there on the outside by O'Neal. Drive to the basket. No good. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Puts it back up and in. McCollum puts it in. And the Pelicans go back up by 8. 69-61. Bad job by the Nets on the inside. Simmons now gets it to Irving. Irving puts up the shot. Puts it in. 69-63. Pelicans up by 6. Marshall with the basketball. Guarded by Irving. Valanciunas is trying to set a pick. Now guarded by Claxton. Marshall gets on the outside. Throws the ball out. Almost turned over. Pelicans still with the basketball. Jones driving to the basket. Jones puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Durant. Durant now with the basketball. Behind the 3-point line. Durant gets it to the outside. Now give it over to Simmons. Simmons with it. Guarded in the post. Gets it down low. Claxton puts it up. And in! Claxton puts the ball in. Nets trail by 4. Claxton with his first points in the game. Pelicans trying to catch the Nets snapping. Valanciunas, ball's knocked away. Nets go on the inside. Jump ball. Good defense there by Brooklyn. Jump ball there by Brooklyn. And now they're on a little bit of a run going forward. Good play there by Claxton and Simmons to knock that basketball away. Nets on a run. Jump ball now between Valanciunas and Claxton. Durant's got 11 points in the first, 7 in the second quarter, and 8 in the third already. Take your time, James. Do what you need to do, bro. Always appreciate the support you show on the streams. Claxton, or Massachusetts and Claxton now getting ready for the jump ball. Jump ball's up. Tip to the outside. Guard by Simmons. Throws the deep pass. Wild pass by Simmons. Knocked out of bounds by the Pelicans. Beautiful pass there by Simmons. Hitting Irving, streaking down the play. But McCollum knocks it away right before Irving's able to lay it in. It's actually a really, really beautiful pass there by Ben Simmons, hitting a streaking Kyrie Irving, but it was knocked away by McCollum just at the last second. Nets put it up and in. Looks like Claxton laid it in. Nets down by 2 on a nice run here. I believe it's like a 9-0 run. And the Nets trail by 2, 69-67. Pelicans call a timeout. See? Look at that. Just like that. Just like that. And it's a 2-point game already. Just like that. The Nets are so explosive on offense. When they get it going, they could score in bunches immediately. Nets shot horribly in that first half. So you knew eventually they were just going to get it going sometime in the second half. And that's exactly what they did. Nets offense is starting to click a hell of a lot better now. They're up to 49% shooting from the field, 47% from the three-point line. And the defense has started picking up. Claxton now has gotten back-to-back buckets. Claxton, if he stays out of foul trouble, we know how good Claxton can be. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen either way. But the Nets cut this lead now down to 2, which looked like it was going to be bad in the beginning. At least it's a lot better now. Nets are on a nice little run. Welcome back, James. Thank you for returning back to the live stream, bro. Nets are on now they're doing a much better job now on a streak right now. Hopefully they can continue it going. After they were trailing by 11 going into the third quarter, the Nets are now trailing by only 2 points with 8:59 to go in the third quarter. Kevin Durant has been the catalyst so far in this third quarter, mixed in with the play of Kyrie Irving with a nice put back on before, and Nicholas Claxton now is starting to get his offense going into the second half. Love seeing it. Love seeing it from both Claxton and Durant and Irving. Team basketball. That's how you win. Team basketball. That's how the Nets play their best basketball overall, when they're facilitating the ball towards their teammates and they're not playing selfish basketball. They're getting everybody involved in this game. That is how the Brooklyn Nets win these games. Period. That's how the Nets win, when they're not playing selfish basketball and they get everybody involved in this offense. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen going into the rest of this third quarter as well as the fourth quarter. We'll wait and see. But that's exactly what the Nets need. They needed that type of run going forward. They need to get back into this game, and that's exactly what they did. So, led by Durant. Durant's having a good half so far. Kevin Durant's having a great game. He is. Durant's having a good game, minus the 3 turnovers. Durant has been the catalyst right now on offense. So, hopefully the rest of the team can at least, start backing up Durant and getting it going as well. Because Durant can't do it all. He needs some help from his other teammates. So we'll wait and see. Getting back here in the game, New Orleans with the basketball now. Marshall with it. Guarded by Irving. Marshall now dribbling past the half court. Near the top of the key. Marshall now. Gets it down low to Massachusetts. Gets it outside to McCollum. McCollum with the basketball, guarded by Simmons. McCollum past the three-point line. McCollum now, dribbling under his legs, trying to drive to the basket, puts up a shot. No good, off the front rim, but it's going to be a foul, and it's going to be on Ben Simmons, committing the foul on C.J. McCollum, trying to put a jump shot off the back rim. And McCollum is going to go to the free throw line, shooting 2. McCollum's got 15 points on 5 of 14 shooting with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. McCollum's a hell of a basketball player. First foul shot up, no good. First foul shot is no good. In and out of the basket. 8:38 left to go in the third quarter. Second foul shot from McCollum. In and out again. No good. Simmons with the rebound. Royce O'Neal with the basketball. Nets have a chance to tie or take the lead. O'Neal with it now at the top of the key. Guarded by Murphy. Gets it out to Simmons. Simmons now right on the outside. Gets it over to Durant. Durant with it. Durant spinning. Puts up a jump shot. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by Simmons. O'Neal with the three-point shot. And it's good! Royce O'Neal hits the three-point shot, and the Nets go up by one. Three-point shot by the Pelicans. They answer. Pelicans go back up by two. Trent Murphy hits the three-point shot, 72-70. Nets back with the basketball. Claxton puts it up and in. And a foul. Claxton puts it up and in and draws the foul on the play. 72-72 with a chance at a three-point play. What's going on, JJY2? Appreciate you coming by the live stream. Damn right, let's go. Claxton at the free throw line, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Foul shot up. It's good. Claxton hits his foul shot. Holy crap. And it's the 73-72 Nets with 7:52 to go in the third quarter. Basketball on the outside. Jones gets over to Marshall. Marshall now, guarded by Irving. Marshall, under his legs, trying to drive the basket. Crisscross, off the top of the rim, puts it up and in. Pelicans go back up by one, 74-73. 7:30 to go in the third quarter. Irving now with it. Behind his back. Irving behind the three-point line. Claxton now sets a pick. Irving, jump shot. No good, in and out. Rebounded by Murphy. Murphy now with the basketball, driving to the basket, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Nets basketball. Knocked out of bounds by Murphy. Claxton now is starting to assert himself in the basketball game. I know it is. I appreciate it, though, for giving another view on the live stream. I know it's you, James. Nets now with it. Irving with the basketball on the outside. Irving at the top of the key. Guarded by Alvarado. Alvarado's back in the game. Durant with it. Runs it to the defender. Blocking foul on New Orleans. Called on Jones. Blocking foul on Jones on the play. And Durant draws the foul on that one. Come on. Come on. Nets are going to take it on the outside. TJ Warren, who checks in the game, is going to pass it on the outside. Actually, it's going to be Irving that's going to pass it in. Pelicans, of course, they're playing right now without Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram, who are both out with injury. Durant with the basketball, gets it outside of Royce O'Neal. Irving now. Irving with the basketball. Tries to get back to Durant. Stolen by the Pelicans. Pelicans driving to the basket. Knocked away. And it's going to be picked up. And it's going to look like it's going to be out of bounds on the play. Marshall tried to get it. Knocked out of bounds. Nets basketball. After turning it over, Nets are able to regather and get the basketball after it was knocked away while O'Neal tried to get it to Durant. O'Neal with the basketball. Gets it down low to Claxton. Claxton now with it. Throws it. Dribbling. Picking on the outside. Gets it to Durant. Durant with it. Durant puts up the jump shot. And it's good. Durant knocks it down. 75-74 with 6:20 to go in the third quarter. Nets lead by one. Durant has 28 points in this game, 10 points in the third quarter. Valanciunas gets the rebound. Off the rebound, Nets get the rebound after 2 missed shots. O'Neal gets it. Outside. Irving, three-point shot. It's good! Three-point shot. Kyrie Irving. Nets go up by 4. 78-74. 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Pelicans driving to the basket. Homer Jones puts it in. Marshall puts it in. I mean, 50, 78, 76 things have picked up in this basketball game all of a sudden. Nets lead by 2. Marshall's got 18 in the game. Durant with it on the outside. Durant gets it over to Irving. Irving with it at the top of the key. Irving puts up the three-point shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Jones with it. Gets it on the outside to Alvarado. Alvarado now. Throws it. Jump shot. Good. Pelicans tied at 78. That was McCollum that put it in. 78. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter in what has been a very competitive third quarter in this game. O'Neal now with the basketball. O'Neal puts it up. It's good. Royce O'Neal puts it in. Gives the Nets a 2-point lead with 4:45 to go in the third quarter. McCollum now with it on the outside. And looks like there's going to be a foul down low. And it's going to be against, I believe, Royce O'Neal on the play. Man, what a competitive quarter this has been. What's going on, Sayhith? How you doing, bro? Thank you for coming by the live stream. This has been a damn good competitive third quarter by both teams. Pelicans are going to take it on the outside now after that foul before on Royce O'Neal. Pelicans pass it in. It's going to be handled by Jones. Jones is getting it down to Murphy. We're almost knocked away. Giving it back to Jones. Jones now driving to the basket. Gets outside. Three-point shot. No good. Off the side rim. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Three-point shot by Jones. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Durant. Durant with the basketball. Gets it over to Warren. Warren's now got it. Guarded by Jones. Warren dribbling to the basket. Puts up the shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Pelicans dribbling now down. Three-point shot. It's good. CJ McCollum knocks down the three-point shot. Pelicans go up by 1 as the Nets take a timeout. Nets take a timeout on the play. McCollum hits a deadly three-point shot, and it is now Pelicans 81, Nets 80. In a highly competitive and frantic third quarter in this basketball game. Highly competitive and frantic third quarter overall between both these teams. Both these teams have been really just doing a heck of a job. The offense has definitely picked up for both sides. Both teams on offense have really picked up their game in this third quarter. Really picked up their game. 4:07 left to go in the third as well. I mean, heck of a job. Pelicans are starting to make their shots consistently, but the Nets offense is starting to pick it up too. But the Pelicans are still shooting a ridiculous 57% from the three-point line. They're 45% now from the field. Nets at least have boosted their three-point average all the way up to 50% now, and they're now 50% from the field. So both teams, in a way, are shooting it incredibly well right now from the field. Both teams have been shooting this basketball lights out in this third quarter. Right now, it's just it's a dependence on who's actually going to play more defense in this third quarter for both sides. Who's going to step up their game and play better defense for both the Nets and the Pelicans? That's the biggest question throughout the rest of this third quarter and going into the fourth quarter. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Either way, this has been a fun third quarter to call. Nets were trailing by 11. They were trailing by 11 going into the third quarter. Nets went on a big run, about a 10-0 run at one point. And then the Nets and the Pelicans have pretty much been trading baskets for the past few minutes in this game. Both teams have been trading baskets the past couple of minutes. And the Pelicans right now, after that big three-point shot by CJ McCollum, lead this game with 4:07 to go in the third quarter. And the Nets had to call a timeout. Good timeout there by Jacques Vaughn. I agree with him calling that timeout on that play. They needed to do it. Curious to see how the Nets are going to come out of the timeout and how they're going to play this going into the rest of this third quarter. Royce is playing no defense. That's sad as he's getting burned right now. McCollum is doing a good job on offense. Royce O'Neal does need to play better defense overall, though he is starting to hit his shots. Royce O'Neal is starting to hit our shots for our team. I mean, he does have 11 points. Claxton is now waking up on offense. Ben Simmons has got 9 assists in this game. I didn't even know that. Simmons has got 9 assists, so he's not getting it done exactly shooting the ball. He's only got 6 points in the game, but he's got 9 assists in this game. So he's really, really doing a good job. Nets can't keep the lead and increase it. I'm just happy they're in the game right now. They've just got to try to help slow down this Pelicans team. Curry checks in the game now. Curry now has the basketball. On the outside, past the three-point line, guarded by, looks like Jackson Hayes. Now over to Watanabe. Watanabe gets it over to Durant. Durant now with the basketball. Gets it over to Curry. Curry, three-point shot by Curry. No good off the front rim, but it looks like there's an offensive foul on the play, and it's going to be Pelicans basketball. Nets have 9 turnovers in this game. Pelicans have 11. I'm not happy. I want them to get a large lead. Well, I'd rather them stay in the game first. I know that. I understand. Pelicans down low. Valanciunas bullies his way in and puts it up and in. Pelicans go back up by 3. 83-80. Valanciunas just had the position there on Claxton. Puts it up and in. Claxton probably a little bit worried about getting into foul trouble on that play. So the Pelicans now go back up by 3 in this game. 3:27 to go in the third quarter. Excuse me. Royce O'Neal now with the basketball. Dribbles it past half court. O'Neal gets it over to Durant. Durant now with it. Claxton trying to set a pick. Gets it over to Durant. Durant now. Durant puts up the jump shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Claxton. Claxton gets over to back to Durant. Durant blocked from behind. Loses the ball. And it's going to go back over to the Pelicans. Hayes with it. Hayes driving to the basket. Hayes gets it to the outside. Gets it to Alvarado. Alvarado guarded by Curry. Alvarado driving to the basket. Puts it up. No good. Put back in by Valanciunas. And the Pelicans, by 2 back-to-back shots by Valanciunas, go back up by 5. Durant now with it. Durant on the outside near the three-point line. Guarded over there by McCollum. Durant to Curry. Curry puts up the three-point shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Over on the outside. McCollum with it. McCollum puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton gets it over to Curry. Curry's missed 2 wide open three-point shots right now for the Nets. Curry now dribbling it up slowly. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Warren now has it. Warren back over to Curry. Curry gets it over to Durant. And it's knocked out of bounds by the Hornets. And it's going to be Nets basketball. Hornets have really picked up their defense in the second half. Valanciunas is really becoming a problem for the Nets on the inside. That was knocked away before by Jackson Hayes. Curry had a wide open three-point shot and missed it. Curry now gets it over to Harris. Harris now, turnaround shot. No good. Trying to rebound. Rebound by Durant. Gets it to the outside, back over to Harris now with it. Gets it over. Back to Harris. Harris down low. Shot up the middle. It's good by Claxton. And the foul. No, it's T.J. Warren. Nice pass there by Joe Harris. Getting over to T.J. Warren. Warren puts it up and in. And he's going to have a chance at a three-point play. Good decision by Joe Harris. Good shot there by T.J. Warren. 3-point lead for the Pelicans. Warren got 9 points on the game. 3 of 5 shooting. And Warren has a chance to cut this lead to 2. Valanciunas goes over to the bench now for the Pelicans. 3 throw up. It's good. Warren cuts the lead to 2. 85-83. 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Alvarado gets it over. Oh, what a physical play. Charge on the play. Charge on the Pelicans. Trey Murphy takes out Ben Simmons on the play. draws the foul, and the Nets will get the basketball. Offensive foul on Trey Murphy, running into Ben Simmons. Harris now is going to inbound the basketball. 1:42 to go. Gets it over to Simmons. Simmons now dribbling past the midcourt. Simmons guarded on the outside by Larry Nance. Gets it over to Durant. Durant is fouled on the play. Fouled on the play by Jackson Hayes. That was actually Simmons with the basketball, and he's fouled on the outside, and I believe Simmons will be going to the line for a chance at 2 foul shots. No, actually it was Durant. My apologies. It was Kevin Durant that got fouled, and Durant's going to go to the line for a chance to tie this game at 85. First foul shot up. It's good. KD nails his first foul shot, 85-84, 1:33 to go in the third quarter. Durant getting ready for a second foul shot. It's good. Tie game, 85-85. Pelicans now with the basketball. Alvarado dribble past the midcourt. Alvarado picked there over there by McCollum. Alvarado near the top of the key, guarded by Curry. Alvarado driving to the basket, gets it over to the inside. Larry Nance misses it. Durant with the basketball. Durant now gets it over to Warren. Warren driving to the basket, puts up a shot. No good. Tipped on the outside, rebounded by the Nets. And it's knocked away. Picked up over there by Curry. And it's knocked out of bounds. And it will remain Nets basketball. Larry Nance knocked it out of the hands of Curry, but the Nets will retain the possession of the basketball. And Irving is going to check back in for the Nets. .102 left to go in the third quarter. Passes it in over to Simmons. Simmons now gets it over to Harris. Harris near the top of the key gets it over to Durant. Durant now puts up a shot. Partially blocked. No good. Rebounded by Alvarado. Alvarado now driving to the basket, guarded by Irving. Alvarado at the top of the key. Dribbles past Irving. Alvarado. Good defense pickup by Ben Simmons. Alvarado now. Pick play there by Larry Nance. Now McCollum shoots a three-point shot. No good. It's a brick. Bounces over to Nance. Another three-point shot. Push shot. No good. Rebounded by Durant. Durant gets it over to Irving. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. We're tied at 85. Irving with the basketball near the corner of the key. Gets it over to Durant. Durant back to Irving. Irving over to Warren. Three-point shot. It's good! TJ Warren nails the three-point shot. And the Nets go up by 3. And it's going to be a knockdown play. And it's going to be the end of the third quarter. Big three-point shot by TJ Warren. And the Nets lead this game by 3. It's now 88-85. Jeff, do you play any video games? No, I do not. I do not play any video games, JJYT, or James. Not my thing. I'm not really a big video games guy. Appreciate the question, but no, I'm not really a big video games person. I used to be when I was a lot younger, but I don't know. It was probably just a phase. So, yeah, I don't really play as many video games I used to when I was younger, but who knows? Maybe in the future I could get back into them. But yeah, I'm not really a big gamer when it comes to that kind of stuff. Good quarter by Brooklyn. So essentially, the Nets were down by 11 in that going into the third quarter, and they essentially turned a 11-point deficit into a 3-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Good job by the Nets. Good job by Brooklyn. I have to say, good job by Brooklyn in that third quarter. Nets actually outscored the Hornets in that quarter, 35-21. So, got to give the Nets credit. They really bounced back very well in that fourth quarter overall. So, in that third quarter. Let's see how the Nets can do it in the fourth quarter overall. If they can keep the momentum going. As right now they lead this game by 3, courtesy of that nice three-point shot by T.J. Warren over on the outside with a beautiful pass over from Kevin Durant. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen either way. But good job by the Brooklyn Nets to be able to play. They shot the ball way better in that third quarter than they did in the first 2 quarters overall. That's the difference right now. The Nets shot way better in that third quarter. The Pelicans are still shooting the ball very well, but overall, the Nets have been really picking up their offense overall. Multiple guys now are getting into the play overall. Warren now has 13 points. O'Neal now has 11 points. Simmons is distributing the ball very nicely. Irving's got 9. Kevin Durant has 30 overall in this game. Seth Curry's got 8. Multiple guys are really starting to contribute for this Brooklyn Nets team going into the fourth quarter. Hopefully the Nets can keep it up and keep this strong play up heading into the fourth quarter, which I hope they can do that because right now I'm very happy with what I saw in that third quarter, but we'll wait and see. Still a lot of game to go. Still have 12 more minutes to go in this fourth quarter to go and see if the Nets can pick up, to see if the Nets can find a way to grind out this victory against a very gritty and very, very tough New Orleans Pelicans team. Once again, thank you all for coming by the live stream. Friday night basketball live stream between the Brooklyn Nets and the New Orleans Pelicans. Please hit that like button. It really helps out the live stream. It really helps out the content. Appreciate all you guys coming by for the Brooklyn Nets versus the New Orleans Pelicans tonight. I hope you guys are all enjoying your Friday overall. And I hope you guys have a great weekend upcoming as well. And thank you again for coming by the live stream and supporting the channel this whole period. Thank you very much. Nets are now going to take over with the basketball starting in the fourth quarter. Irving now with it. Irving near the top of the key, guarded by Alvarado. Over to Warren. Warren now with it. Warren dribbles behind. Warren, 3-point, but there's a foul on the play. It's going to be offensive foul, and it's going to be on Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons trying to set a screen on the play, and he committed the offensive foul. Not a good start to the fourth quarter by Brooklyn. Alvarado now with it, guarded by Simmons. Gets it over to Larry Nance. Nance now gets it over to Marshall, who comes back into the game. Marshall now getting to the outside. Marshall now gets it over to Murphy. Murphy now with the basketball. Murphy driving to the basket, puts it up, and puts it in. It was actually Alvarado. Once again, Alvarado making a nice play. Pelicans cut the lead to 1 for the Brooklyn Nets. Alvarado's got 17 points on 6 of 13 shooting. Joe Harris with the basketball. Gets it over to Warren. Warren now near the top of the key. Guarded by Alvarado. Gets it over to Irving. Irving now driving to the basket. Irving knocked away by the Pelicans. Gets it over to Marshall. Marshall now drops it off. 3-point shot. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Knocked away, but it's going to be a foul on the play on the Nets. And it's going to be against Joe Harris. The Nets are getting out-hustled right now by the Pelicans. That's the one concern right now with the Nets, is they are getting absolutely out-hustled by the New Orleans Pelicans for most of this game. The Nets are not hustling to the greatest degree right now. Alvarado is absolutely killing them tonight, and Marshall. Both those guys are really playing good games for the New Orleans Pelicans. Alvarado now with it again. Alvarado gets it to the inside. Wide open defense there. Knocked away by the Nets. Simmons with it. Gets it over to O'Neal. O'Neal now gets it to the outside. Back over. 3-point shot. No good. Air ball on the play. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Watanabe misses a wide open 3-point shot. Pelicans now with it. Near the top of the key. Alvarado with it. Alvarado guarded by O'Neal. Now guarded by Simmons. Alvarado. And it's going to be a foul on Simmons. Smacks him in the face. Alvarado gets smacked in the face. Ben Simmons with back-to-back fouls on that play. Bad job by Simmons. Yeah, exactly. Be smart, Ben. Got to be smart. You can't commit a foul like that. 10-18 to go in the fourth quarter. Nets holding a 1-point lead right now, 88-87 in this basketball game. Alvarado with it at the top of the key, guarded by Irving. Alvarado gets it over. Marshall, three-point shot, off of the back of the rim, rebounded by the Nets. Watanabe with it. It's actually Harris. Harris gets it over to Irving. Irving now, near the top of the court. Guarded by Alvarado. Picks it there by Claxton. Irving with the jump shot. No good, in and out. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Over to Marshall. Marshall now, driving to the basket. Down to the outside. Marshall now, gets it to the outside. Alvarado, guarded on the outside by Warren. Warren, Alvarado, knocks off the feet, gets it back to the Nets. Nets with it. Irving with the basketball. Three-point shot. No good, off the side rim. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Gets it over to Alvarado. Irving with a wide open three-point shot. Misses the shot. Irving is not having a good day shooting. He's 4 for 15 with only 9 points. Gets it down low to Nance. Back over to Marshall. Marshall now driving to the basket. Puts it up off the backboard. No good. Fight for the loose ball. It's going to be picked up by the Nets. Irving with it. Gets it over to Claxton. Gets on the outside. Watanabe with it. Watanabe over. One open shot. No good. In and out. And it's going to be rebounded by the Pelicans. Homer Jones. Jones puts it up and puts it in. And the foul. Marshall puts it in. And the Pelicans go up by 1 with a chance at a three-point play. And it's going to be a foul on Joe Harris. Nets had multiple opportunities to hit a big-time shot, multiple opportunities, multiple missed shots. McCollum's not even in the game right now, and the Nets are now trailing by 1. Marshall at the free throw line, looking to make this a 2-point game. Marshall has 22 points, 6 of 10 shooting, and 7 rebounds. Hits the free throw. Pelicans go back up by 2. Najee Marshall is having a career-high game, 23 points for Najee Marshall. Nets now with it. O'Neal backing down against Marshall. Gets it down over Claxton now with it. And there's going to be a foul on the play, and it looks like it's going to be a foul on Larry Nance Jr. Nance Jr. fouls Claxton on the outside. And the Nets are going to inbound it. Claxton now with the basketball. Near the top of the key, gets it over to Durant. Durant now collides into the defenders, and it's going to be another foul on the play, and it looks like it's going to be an offensive foul on the Nets, offensive foul on Kevin Durant. I don't know what he was thinking on that play. That's just sloppy basketball by Kevin Durant. He just lowers his elbow right into the chest of the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't get it. I don't understand what Kevin Durant was doing on that play. I really don't. Alvarado now with the basketball. Pelicans up by 2. Dribbling to the basket. Puts it up. No, it's going to be a foul on the play. No, they're calling a jump ball. Are they calling a foul or a jump ball? Looks like they might be calling a foul on the play. Alvarado looked like he might have gotten poked on the play, and they are going to call it a jump ball. Royce O'Neal with the nice defensive play. And it's going to be Alvarado and O'Neal going for the jump ball here between both players. 8:21 left to go in the fourth quarter. Jump ball up. Nets win. Alvarado taps it out. Nets win the toss. Irving now with the basketball. About 8:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Irving now at the top of the key. Guarded by Alvarado. Irving now trying to dribble up. Irving driving to the basket, puts up a shot, no good, in and out, rebounded by the Pelicans. Irving continues his rough shooting start. Puts it up, block shot by Claxton. And it's going to be out of bounds on the play. Claxton with a big block shot on that one. Block shot by Claxton on that play. Are they going to call goaltending? Did Claxton maybe have a goaltend on that play? McCollum now is checking back into the game for the Pelicans. 7:56 to go. Pelicans will get the inbound outside. They called it a block shot. So Pelicans get the ball. They get it over. 3-point front. There's a shot. No good. Air ball. Pelicans get the rebound. Put it up. No good again. Air ball again. Nets get the rebound. Irving with it now. Irving near the top of the key. Throws it down low. Passes it. Recovering. Puts it up. It's good. TJ Warren puts it in. Nets tie the game 90-90. 15 points on the game for TJ Warren. Less than 7:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Pelicans now driving to the basket. Hayes puts it up. No good. Rebounded by the Nets. Gets it on the outside. Durant. Durant now with the basketball. Little over 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Durant with the three. No good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by New Orleans. New Orleans now near the top of the key. Get it over. Marshall with it. Guarded by Irving. Back over. Marshall now with it. Guarded over by O'Neal. Marshall driving to the basket. Steps it over to the outside. McCollum now with it. Over to Nets. 3-point shot. No good. Out of bounds. Nets get the rebound. Durant with it now. 90-90 in this game. Over to Irving. 6:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Irving, 3-point shot. It's good. Kyrie Irving hits the 3-point shot after he's been struggling with the shooting, and he gives the Nets a 3-point lead. Nets take a 3-point lead in this game with just under 6:30 to go. We haven't scored this quarter yet. Well, we just did. We just did, and the Nets are leading now by 3. What's going on, Miz? Let's go! Come on! Close out the damn game! Irving has been struggling this entire game shooting. The entire game, Kyrie Irving has been struggling shooting. 6:29 left to go in the game. Irving has 12 points now. He's 5 for 17 shooting, 2 for 7 from the 3-point line. Irving needed that shot. He needed that shot. I didn't love the shot from behind the 3-point line. I didn't. I thought it was a careless shot by Kyrie Irving. But at the same time, I will take it because he was able to sink the shot when the Nets needed it. And now the Nets are now up by 3 in this game. Oh, man. Nets are up by 3 in this game right now. 93-90, 6:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. Make sure you guys tune in. Afterwards, I will be giving you a BKN game recap of this game between the Brooklyn Nets and the New Orleans Pelicans tonight. So make sure you guys tune in later on tonight, right after the game, right after the live stream. I will make sure to give you guys a Brooklyn Nets BKN game recap for this game against the New Orleans Pelicans tonight after the live stream is over. But man, that was a big shot by Kyrie Irving. Nets needed that shot to fall, and luckily, Kyrie Irving needed that shot to fall. If anything, Irving really needed for that shot to go down, and that was a big shot for him and for the Nets. Nets have got to find a way to close out this game. They have got to find a way to get more consistent shooting and find a way to close out this game. They do. Alvarado and Marshall have really done their damage against the Brooklyn Nets tonight. They really have. Valanciunas has also done pretty well for them as well. Claxton didn't look so good at the beginning of the game. His point total is still not that great. He does have 7 points, but he's up to 7 rebounds now, 3 assists. He does have a steal, and he has 4 block shots. 4 block shots. It just shows when Claxton can stay out of foul trouble, what impact Nicholas Claxton can have on the Brooklyn Nets throughout this game. It really is. Claxton is a defensive stalwart for this team, and when he's able to stay out of foul trouble, you can tell the impact he has on these basketball games, as he's been averaging about 2.5 blocks per game, and he has 4 tonight. Irving and Durant today have 42 points combined. McCollum and Marshall have 47 points combined. Back to the game. Alvarado now with it. Alvarado guarded by Irving. Gets it over on the outside. McCollum. McCollum gets it low and low to Larry Nance. Nance now guarded by Simmons. Hook shot by Nance. Puts it up and in. Nance puts up the hook shot. And it's now 93-92. That was Valanciunas that actually hit the foul shot. So he's back in the game for the Pelicans. Simmons now with it. Simmons now on the end of the court. There's a shot by Durant. No good. In and out. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Pelicans have the chance to take the lead now. Under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. On the outside, Marshall. Marshall gets it to McCollum. McCollum now with the basketball. Trying to drive to the basket. Gets it to the outside. Over. Drive it. Block shot. Again by Claxton. Knocks it away. O'Neal now to Simmons. Simmons over to Irving. Irving with the basketball. Irving gets it over to Durant. Durant now gets it on the outside. O'Neal wide open three-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Claxton. Gets over to Durant. Three-point shot. It's good. Kevin Durant hits the three-point shot at the top of the key. And the Nets are up by 4. Durant has 33 points on the game. 4 of 7 shooting from the three-point line. 96-92, under 5 minutes to go. And it looks like there might be a foul on the outside. It looks like it might be on Royce O'Neal or Durant. I'm not sure who. What a play by Claxton. That might be his 5th block shot of the game. It is. Claxton's got 5 block shots now and 8 rebounds. Claxton is asserting himself. Pelicans now on the basketball. Valanciunas with it. Gets over to McCollum. Behind his back. Gets it to the outside. Murphy driving down. Gets it to Marshall. Shot on the outside. No good. Rebounded by the Nets. Durant with it. Gets it over to Irving on the outside. Irving now with the basketball. Guarded over by Marshall. Now he's guarded by Marshall again. Puts up, I don't know what. What was that? What was that? I guess he was going for a lob play to Claxton. Total miscommunication there by Irving and Claxton. Turns the ball over. Pelicans with the ball. Alvarado. Back to McCollum. Back to Alvarado. Guarded by Claxton on the outside. Claxton now playing his defense. Puts the shot by Alvarado. It's good. Alvarado hits the jump shot. That was McCollum actually who hit it. And it's now 96-94. McCollum, 25 points on 9 of 22 shooting on tonight's game. 4 minutes to go in this game. 96-94 Nets. Over on the outside. Durant with it. Durant now puts up the jump shot. No good. In and out. Rebounded by the Pelicans. Durant is now going a little ice cold in the game. Alvarado with it. Gets over to McCollum. There's a shot down the field. And they're going to call it an offensive foul. Offensive foul, and it looks like the Pelicans might challenge the play, and Alvarado is now limping a little bit. Looks like he might have knocked knees on the play. Chad, what's going up, bro? Thank you so much for coming by the live stream. It looked like Alvarado and Simmons might have collided knees on the play. Nets now have the basketball after the offensive foul. Irving with it now at the top of the key. Irving, guarded by Alvarado. Irving now puts up a shot. No good in and out. Rebounded by the Nets. Puts it up and in. Claxton with the rebound and dunks it. Claxton now with 9 points on the game. 9 rebounds. Murphy now at the basketball. Drives in. No good. Blocked on the shot. Puts it back up. Puts it in. And the Pelicans have a chance at a three-point play. Trey Murphy gets his own rebound, puts it in, 98-96. Pelicans have an opportunity to cut the lead to 1. Trey Murphy with a three-point play potentially, right in between both Durant and Irving on that one. No excuses. You cannot allow Murphy to be able to get inside and be able to put up that shot on the inside. Timeout by Brooklyn. 3:13 left to go in the fourth quarter. Nets up by 2 right now. 98-96 in this game. Claxton is starting to wake up in the second half. Claxton now has 9 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 block shots and 1 turnover. Claxton is really starting to become a force on the inside for the Brooklyn Nets. He's doing an excellent job for the Nets so far. Jeff, Mitch probably eating some sad brownies right now. I told him Chicago Bulls would beat the Sixers, and you're absolutely right. They did. Sixers lost tonight to the Bulls. Good job by them. Say it. What's going on? Welcome back to the chat. Appreciate you coming back to the live stream. Yeah, the Bulls played a hell of a game tonight. They did. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Please hit that like button. It really does well for the live stream. Really does well for the channel. I hope the Nets do too. I do. I hope the Nets win as well. I really do. Nets, for the most part, have taken control of this basketball game in the second half, and I'd like to see them try to be able to go out and close out this basketball game, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Nets have got to find a way to close out this basketball game in the second half. And right now, they're only up by 2 points with the Pelicans and have an opportunity to potentially get a 3-point play on this one and cut it down to 1. So just the way about how this game is going, it's definitely going to come down to potentially a team getting a 1 point at the end of the game. What's going on, Mitch?
I'm upset.
How did you get home so quickly?
We left with like 4 minutes left in the game. It was over.
Thank you very much for the Sahith. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you all as well for coming by the live stream. Appreciate it. Here for the Nets and the Pelicans. It's been a really close game for the most part of the second half. Nets are right now leading by 2. Trey Murphy has an opportunity to go for a 3-point play. Have about 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. And we'll have to see if the Nets can hang on. Kyrie Irving has not shot the ball tonight very well. Even though he does have 12 points in the game, he has not shot the ball well. T.J. Warren has been a force coming off the bench. He has 15 right now. Durant has been leading the team with 33 overall. Najee Marshall and C.J. McCollum have been playing very well overall for the New Orleans Pelicans on offense. And Jose Alvarado has really been getting it done for the Pelicans coming off the bench. Alvarado and Marshall right now have a combined 40 points together overall as they're previewing right now the game that's going to be happening next between the Miami Heat and the Phoenix Suns that will be happening on ESPN following this game tonight between the Brooklyn Nets and the New Orleans Pelicans. They're just showing the high scores right now. Durant with 33, Warren with 15, and for the Pelicans, 25 from McCollum and 23 from Marshall. And that's right now your score updates for this game overall. Murphy ends up knocking down the 3-point play. Simmons now passes it in. Nets are up by 1. Trey Murphy has 11 points on 3 of 5 shooting and 4 for 4 from the line. Irving with the basketball. Gets it over on the outside to Royce O'Neal. O'Neal now with the basketball near the top of the key. O'Neal guarded by McCollum. Gets it over to Irving. Irving now throws up the 3-point shot. No good off the side rim. Rebounded by the Pelicans. McCollum with the basketball. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. McCollum driving to the basket. Puts it off the rim. No good. Rebounded by the Pelicans. No good again. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Knocked out of his hands. Simmons with the basketball. Gets it over to Irving. Irving over to O'Neal. O'Neal puts up the 3-point shot. It's good! Royce O'Neal with a 3-point shot. Nets go up by 4. 101-97. 2:25, 2:15 to go in the game. Alvarado now gets over to McCollum. Alvarado for 3. Puts it up. No good off the side rim. Rebounded by the Pelicans. That's going to be an offensive foul. Loose ball foul on the Pelicans on Jones. And the Nets will have possession of the basketball after that big 3-point shot by Royce O'Neal out of the corner. That's exactly what the doctor wrote for the Brooklyn Nets. Exactly the type of shot they needed from Royce O'Neal. 2:09 left to go in the fourth quarter. Nets are now going to take the basketball out. Nets have scored 14 points off turnovers. Pelicans have had 16 points off turnovers in the game so far. O'Neal is now going to take the ball on the outside. Gets it over to Irving. Irving guarded by Alvarado. Irving now dribbling past the line. Got to get past that 7 mark. And he's second mark. He does. Irving now at the top of the key. Gets it over to Durant. Durant now. Guarded over by Marshall. Durant. Jump shot. No good. Off the rim. In and out. Rebounded by the Pelicans. McCollum now with the basketball. McCollum guarded by Warren. Puts it up. Block shot. Block shot again. Was that Claxton again? Was that Nicholas Claxton again with the block shot? No, it was actually TJ Warren with the block shot. Warren with the brilliant defense on the outside, blocking the shot from McCollum, but they're going to call it a foul, and McCollum is going to go to the line. First foul shot up, no good, rolls off the front rim for the Brooklyn, for the overall. Well, I don't like basketball too much, so bye. All right, thank you so much for coming by the live stream. Sorry about the Sixers, Mitch. That's what Chad says. And Miami Heat better win. Well, we'll wait and see. Zion can't stay away from injuries. That's absolutely the truth, Chad. You're right. Second foul shot by McCollum is in, and is now 101-98. Nets leading by 3. 1:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Irving now with the basketball. Dribbles up, past the line, guarded by Alvarado. 1:30 to go left in the fourth quarter. Irving now with the basketball. Irving gets over Durant in the post. Guarded over by Marshall. Durant now driving to the basket. Knocked out of his hands. Picked up by Irving. Driving to the basket. Puts it up. Wild shot. It's good. Kyrie Irving puts it in the basket. Nets up by 5. 103-98. 1:10 left to go. Pelicans driving the basket. Puts it up. Marshall puts it up and in. Marshall puts it in. And it's now 103-100. Pelicans down by 3. 1 minute to go in this fourth quarter. Irving with the basketball near the top of the key. Pelicans fans and Nets fans standing. Irving now gets over to Durant. Nets lead by 3. Durant back to Irving. Long three-point shot. It's good! Kyrie Irving hits the three-point shot and puts the Nets up by 6. 106-100. 43.4 seconds to go. Let's go, baby. Pelicans call timeout. What a big shot by Kyrie. Baby, that's what we needed.
I just wanted to stop in and say hi. I just wanted to see how you were doing. And yeah, I'll catch you later, man.
All right. Sorry about your Sixers, bro. Appreciate you coming by for a little bit.
Glad you got home. We both have something in common.
What's that?
We both lost to the Bulls.
Everybody loses to the Bulls. I'm telling you, you should have been worried. The Bulls play good against top teams in the East. They beat
are.
The Nets. They beat the Nets. They beat the Bucks. They beat the Celtics, and now they beat you guys. This is what the Bulls do.
The Hornets scored 51 points in the first half in the first quarter against the Bucks.
Yeah, they're killing the Bucks right now. They're up 122-95. They're absolutely destroying the Bucks. Looks like the Knicks are about to beat the Raptors. They're up by the Knicks are up by 3, 111-108.
All right, I'm gonna pop out. See you tomorrow for the Jaguars and Titans.
All right, have a good night, Mitch.
Yep, you too.
Take it easy. So we have 43.3 seconds to go in this basketball game. Kyrie Irving with a huge three-point shot at the top of the key to put the Nets up by 6. Irving, who has been struggling all night shooting the basketball, hits a monster three-point shot to put the Nets up by 3. Pelicans now passing the ball in. McCollum now driving to the basket. Undertow shot. Puts it in. Pelicans now down by 4. 106-102. You have to wonder if the Pelicans might foul soon. Irving with the basketball. Gets it outside to O'Neal. O'Neal back to Irving. 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Pelicans look like they're just playing straight up defense now. Irving with it at the top of the key. 20 seconds to go. Irving puts up a three-point shot. No good. In and out. Claxton knocks it out. Rebounded by the Nets. And it's going to be a foul on the play. Claxton knocks it to the outside. And the Nets look like they are with 14.6 seconds left. Nets up by 4. If Claxton can find a way to hit these shots, it could ice this game for Brooklyn. Timeout on the play for the Brooklyn Nets. Claxton has really stepped his game up in the second half. Claxton has been a major force for this Brooklyn Nets team on the defensive side. They really excellent job overall for the Brooklyn Nets. I have to say that. So Claxton got in foul trouble in that first half the entire time. Claxton has not committed a foul in almost over half. Claxton has been a difference right now in this game. TJ Warren has played really well off the bench. Really well off the bench. What's going on? Sir Lord Commander, and you damn right, never forget Brooklyn. That's right, bro. Thank you so much for coming by the live stream. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit a sub, NYG Jeff85, and you're damn right. It's all about them Brooklyn Nets, baby. Let's go. Let's get this victory and this win tonight. Let's get it done, Brooklyn, and come out with a big victory over the Pelicans. Both teams have one timeout to go. 14.6 seconds left to go. O'Neal's going to inbound to the basketball. O'Neal gets it to the outside. Over to Irving. Irving in the backcourt. And the Pelicans foul Irving in the backcourt. Irving is going to now go to the foul line for a chance to potentially ice this game with 12.8 seconds to go. Oh. Alvarado's complaining because he got smacked in the eye. He's complaining because he got smacked in the eye. Irving now is going to go to the line with 2 foul shots to potentially win this basketball game for the Brooklyn Nets. He's got 17 points. It's actually the first time Kyrie Irving will be going to the free throw line tonight. Oh, the Pelicans might be challenging that last play. I guess not. I thought the Pelicans might actually challenge that last play that just happened. But instead, nope. Nets are now going to be Kyrie Irving's at the free throw line with the 2 free throw shots. Nets are up by 4. Irving puts the first one in, 107 to 102. Nets up by 5. 12.8 seconds to go. Claxton and Simmons both come back into the game for the Nets. Offense, defense, substitution. Irving had 9 points through the first 3 quarters. He's got 9 points in the fourth quarter alone. Second free throw up is good. Bounces off the front rim and in. It's 108, 102. Nets now. Kyrie Irving has scored the last 7 points for the Brooklyn Nets in this fourth quarter. Nets are now up by 8 in this game. 110, 108 to 102. They're up by 6. My apologies. So the Pelicans now, with 12.8 seconds left, are down by at least 10 points, or at least by 6 points. They need 2 3-point shots. And if they hit a 3, they got to essentially foul the Nets. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. But man, what a gritty end of the game performance by Kyrie Irving, who has shot the ball poorly the entire first half. The entire first 3 quarters, Kyrie Irving shot miserably through the first 3 quarters. 9 points. He was shooting about 5 for 17 from the field. And since the fourth quarter started, big players make big shots, make big plays, and win big games. And that's exactly what Kyrie Irving is doing right now. He's hit 2 major shots from the 3-point line, and including getting that big 3-point shot to put the Nets up by 6 with at least 43.3 seconds to go. And now all the Nets need to do is just hold on, and they will seal this victory against the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans. Pass the ball in the inside. Stolen by the Nets. Passed over, and the Nets are going to win the basketball game by the final score of 108 to 102. Kyrie Irving steals the basketball, seals the game, and the Nets, after losing a couple of nights ago, Clutch shots by Irving. Great bench play by TJ Warren. Bench play game tonight by Kevin Durant. Claxton coming alive in the second half. And the Nets win this game by the final score of 108 to 102. Nets go to 26-13 on the season, back on their winning ways, and the Pelicans drop to 24-14 on the season. On the winning ways in this season. Big win tonight by the Nets. Big win tonight by Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving, who was cold for most of this basketball game. Most of this basketball game, Kyrie Irving could not buy a single bucket. When we needed him the most in the end of this game, along with Durant, when we needed Irving and Claxton and Warren, some of our bigger players, they stepped their game up and they made some clutch shots and they made some big rebounds. They made some big defensive plays and they were the difference. Royce O'Neal, too. Got to give credit to Royce O'Neal. He had a very underrated game overall. Good job by Royce overall. Here are the final numbers for the Brooklyn Nets immediately after this live stream. Make sure to tune in. I will have the Brooklyn Nets game recap for this game as the Nets come out victorious 108-102 in this basketball game. So just tune in right after the live stream ends. Kevin Durant, 30s. Well, actually, I'll save the box scores for a little bit later. I'll let you guys know in the BKN game recap when it comes up in a little bit. But what a game by Kevin Durant. Durant was incredible tonight. Durant led the way for this Brooklyn Nets team for the most part. He was great. Irving, who struggled for the first 3 quarters of this basketball game, like I mentioned, when they needed him the most in the end, Kyrie Irving was there hitting the clutch shots to put this basketball team over the top and seal them this victory tonight. Good job by Kyrie Irving. Royce O'Neal in the third quarter hit some big 3-point shots from the outside to put the Nets up by at least 2 points at one point. TJ Warren, who possibly wasn't even going to play in this game tonight, he stepped up his game as well. TJ Warren stepped up his game tonight for the Brooklyn Nets overall. He had a very nice game off the bench. Claxton, who was in foul trouble through the first 2 quarters, he did not commit a single foul through the entire second half and through most of the second quarter. And Claxton made a difference on the defensive end of the court. And Kyrie Irving, like I mentioned, was cold throughout the entire game. For the first 3 quarters, Kyrie Irving could not buy a single basket. But when the Nets needed him most, he sank major, big-time shots, including that 3-point shot from the top of the key, literally from about 30, 35 feet away from the basket. Kyrie Irving put the Nets up by 6. Kyrie Irving hitting those key free throws at the end, and Kyrie Irving sealing the basketball game with that steal. Good job by the Nets. Good victory tonight. Even though the Pelicans were playing without 2 of their top players, Marshall and Alvarado for the Pelicans had really nice games. McCollum did not shoot well from the court, even though he did have about 27 points from the game. He didn't shoot well for the New Orleans Pelicans. But either way, Nets are now 26-13 on the season. So this is a big win for Brooklyn. Good job by Brooklyn overall to get this victory tonight. And now the Nets are back on the winning track as they get ready for their next game overall, heading into the weekend. So I appreciate everybody that's been coming by the live stream tonight. Thank you all for coming by the live stream for the Brooklyn Nets and the New Orleans Pelicans. This is a crazy basketball game tonight. It really was. This is a crazy basketball game tonight by the Brooklyn Nets. I did not think that they were going to be able to pull this off after how things were looking in the first half. But either way, the Nets were able to win this basketball game. They are now 13 games over 500. Let's see what the Nets can do heading into the weekend. Good win by them tonight. And it's a good time to be a Brooklyn Nets fan still. Dropped that last game, but you know what? They were able to bounce back and pick up this win tonight. So I want to say, I just want to make sure I give a shout out to everybody that was in the live stream tonight. Make sure I give everybody a shout out that was in the live stream tonight, that was here supporting me through the channel. CWE, Bed Stewie, of course. He's probably very happy after the Nets won tonight. Andrew Ford, thank you so much for coming by the live stream too. K Horn Live, thank you always for coming over. He's actually been on Twitch being able to check it out. My buddy over here, I forget his name. I apologize. He's giving me some of the Euro, does a lot of the Euro League stuff. Philly Sports Talk Podcast. Make sure you guys go sub up Philly Sports Talk Podcast. Rob and Tyler, they did an excellent job. He's got a membership now. He officially got monetized, over 1,000 subs. Make sure you guys go over there, congratulate him, and give him a sub up. My guy Tudo, always got to give a shout out to the most loyal New York Giants fan out there. Love my guy Tudo and what he brings to the table. One of the funniest people in the Big Blue Crew live streams, Eric Seabrook. Love what he does. Great supporter of everybody in the Big Blue Crew. Awesome guy he is. Love what he does in the support. Earl Cole. Can't forget about my guy, Earl Cole. He's great with the wrestling experience. I was on his show last night. Have to give a shout out to my guy, Earl Cole, with the hard work that he always does with the wrestling experience. Rafael Chassin, a wonderful new Las Vegas Raiders content creator. He's an excellent guy. Make sure you guys go sub him up too. Love his content. One of the nicest guys out there. James Morrison, thank you so much for coming by the live stream. The great support that you've been giving me as well. Appreciate it sincerely. JJYT, I know that's you as well, James. Appreciate you coming over on another account, but giving me the support. Stay hit. A loyal New York Giants supporter. Thank you as well for coming by the live stream. Miz, make sure if you guys haven't already, go check out the Miz's content. He always drops his Football Friday picks. This is going to be his last Football Friday of the regular season. Go check out his picks. He's one of the heart and souls of the New York Giants fan base, so make sure you guys go sub him up. Chad, loyal supporter of the Hardcore Sports Network, Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Chad, I'm sure you're pumped up. Hopefully the Steelers can actually make the playoffs for you guys. Sir Lord Commander, another Brooklyn Nets supporter. Appreciate you coming by the live stream for the Brooklyn Nets games tonight. Before we close out the live stream, thank you all for coming by tonight. The Nets win this game by 6, 108-102. Immediately following this game, I will give you the BKN game recap. Nets are now 26-13 on the season, and I will let you know everything in the recap. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your Friday night. Have an excellent weekend. Nets are back winning. Take it easy, and as always, when we talk about the Nets, let's go Brooklyn Nets. It's a Nets world, and guess what? We are all, everyone is just living in it. Have a great rest of your night, everybody, and take it easy. Let's go Nets.